Let's do this. Hello, hello, hello. This is Eric Anderson in the booth with Chris Larkin. We're going to be commentating on Tiny's home game. How fun would it be 20, 30 years later to get together with a bunch of guys that you played with in college? That's what we're going to do.
It should be
today.
a lot of fun. We do have a couple of our room regs mixed in with the group, but mostly this is going to be Tiny's home game.
Yeah.
Group.
A couple of guys didn't show up, so Mariachi Mike and Joe the Reg were in the room, and they are going to be playing with us. Hold on just a second. No, my audio is working, but I'm not hearing the table. Let me go make sure that is set up correctly. It won't be that. It'll be.
That's hot.
No. Is that too hot? Are we good now? Let's check out the chat. So how about if I turn this up? Did that help at all? Nothing? All right. I'm going to go figure out why we're not getting any audio. This is going to be a double board bomb pot they're going to start out with. Tiny in the 8 seat. These are all of his friends from college. So you can go ahead and commentate on this one.
We'll get familiar with all these players. I see we've got a couple people already in the stream, in the live chat. Give me a signal that you're hearing me okay. And we're working to get the table audio coming up with it. All right, so we've got a double board bomb pot going here, and take a quick look at these flops and see what we have. 2 rainbow boards, so not going to be a whole lot of flush draws going on here. Anyone with a set on this is going to be feeling really strong. The reg's got 2 pair, some straight draws, some flush draws, backdoor flush draws. Oh, there we go. Now we got all the fun stuff showing up. We got table audio.
Hey, check this out. Doug's not here today.
So Tiny's got 3 pair on the bottom. And some gut shots on the top to work.
50. Not 50. Not 60 yet. Not yet. You have to wait.
Did that work? Yeah, perfect.
And let's see what ended up happening here.
You gotta try to win both of them.
It looks like Tiny's 3 pair still good on the bottom, but the ace-5 for a straight on the top. It's going to give Adrian half the pot as well.
Oh, you know what? That's the wrong Adrian. I got to go fix that.
And Eric's hopping out of the booth again to go fix the profile photo there. Wrong one ended up on the stream. All right. Eduardo and Poker Monkey in the chat. Good to see you guys. I suspect we'll see some unpredictable play here today. It's going to be a lot of fun. We have a Tiny's home game from years back, and threw a few regs in the mix. We got Joe in seat 6, Ms. T in seat 4, and Mariachi Mike seat 2. We're going to be familiar faces, along with Tiny, my usual co-commentator here on Mondays, there in seat 8. Not a whole lot for anyone to work with here. Little raise and take it.
mighty airplane.
Hey, we get Lonnie back, we're set.
It's over.
Oh my God.
It's the show of the century. We get
I'm 2 arms up. I'm gonna catch out.
He was like, Adrian still owes me money. That's all I heard. Lonnie says Adrian still owes me money.
Old bastard.
How do you remember that, Lonnie?
That's one thing that ain't left him yet. His memory. His memory ain't left him.
Oh, $2.
Freaking Toy Story Woody, man. I ain't seen this man.
Race of 15.
About 20 years, at least 20.
All right, we get some of these names on the board here. iTrading, Q, Tesla, Prezi. Prezi's been on here before.
I think I have to apologize for everybody. I think I inadvertently caused this. I like texted Tiny out of the blue. I'm like, hey man, I'm watching World Series of Poker and they got this bullcrap thing.
Not a whole lot of action going yet. Let's see if I can get some
talking about poker and all this crap. And he's like, you still play? Yeah.
speed assignments pulled up here.
And then all of a sudden, Steve's called me like, hey man, you still play poker?
There you go. There's a lineup going around the table. We got Tesla, Mariachi Mike, Woody, Ms. T, Prezi, the Reg, Adrian, Tiny, and iTrading.
Yeah.
Down the road.
Yeah, I started it
Bro,
when it
I
was Steve's
started,
house.
I started playing poker at a bowling alley, and that's how I met
Yeah,
him.
and that's
And
how I met
him.
I imagine we'll get some interesting
That's the bowling
table
alley.
chatter here today.
That's right, Steve. Ronnie brought me.
Yeah, I remember that.
$20.
That was
Out.
Aaron's house was scary. We just started playing, and y'all was like, Mike, Pepperoni Mike.
Pepperoni, man.
I still talk to him.
You still talk to him?
Yeah, he's in.
And now Adrian has the correct profile photo.
Good guy.
Let's see if that's a good omen for him as he picks up a pocket pair here.
Oh no, he got 3 or 4 vape stores in Marshall.
Okay.
Yep.
Really?
He plays big games now. Yeah, I saw my horseshoes. So.
I expect a lot of fun banter with these guys.
I do. I also expect that.
Pepperoni Mike.
Man,
Good guy.
He was a good dude.
Hopefully a couple good stories come out of this.
All we need left is to have Casey bars on reserve. Oh my goodness.
I went over to trying to pump a little bit, and it was not necessary because they've already been telling stories, so that's great.
Dude, he's in bad shape.
color.
Now, I knew this was Tiny's home game. I didn't realize it'd been a while since a few of them had seen each other, so they're all catching up.
Yeah, there was a lot of hugs around when they came in.
Crossing that Al Jazeera River. He's never gonna live that down. He's never gonna live that down.
what do you remember that? Man, that's crazy.
Do you remember we was talking about crossing? That they all crossed.
Mariachi Mike
He's got his-
making the play here.
Everybody's just cracking up laughing. She just got her head down like this. Oh my god, I can't believe you just said that.
Yeah, Tiny's buddies getting in there with hands like ace jack suited and pocket deuces. Mariachi Mike's like, you know what? I'm going to get in there with 7-5 off and just see what I can
See
do.
what happens. Now, if I'm Mike, Mike's a very accomplished player. He plays a lot in the room. He plays a lot on the stream. If I'm Mike, I think I'm the best player at this table right now. If I'm playing a bunch of Tiny's home game recreational friends, so I expect him.
I expect him to definitely have that mentality going
Yes. So he's going to try to outplay these guys. I expect a high VPIP from him. He's going to be getting into every pot thinking he's going to outplay them. He's going to try to push them around. It didn't work here at all. Tesla snaps
until
him
he
off.
gets a feel. Yeah, if he finds out, hey, this guy's never folding his
Yep.
his made hands, then that's going to change quickly. We'll see what adjustments our other room regulars, Ms. T and Joe the Reg, make
I think this is the first
with this
time
otherwise unknown group to them.
6-7 guys that I've never seen before playing on the stream.
I'll be sure to not mark it.
Yeah, watching their adjustments is going to be interesting.
Now I do ask them between hands. I said, so when you guys played together, 20, 30 years ago, who was the big winner? And they all immediately pointed at Tesla in the one seat, just like, oh, and he like raised his hand like it was me. I'm the guy. So I guess it was his game,
Yeah, I believe it was his game as well. That is correct.
and they're going to make this a monthly thing. Tiny's
Repair-
home game is going to be a monthly thing. I think like the first Monday of the month or something. I'm excited about that.
Remembers me too. He's like, what's up, Tim?
Yeah, this if this goes well, they none of them get stacked 3-4 times and leave the bad taste in their mouth. It could be a fun change of pace to the usual crowd.
Now the other thing is,
There's a 15-minute delay, so
playing with 8 of your friends versus playing 8 random people. I don't care if you beat me for $200. I don't care as much if I lose to some random guy on this, that I don't know. But if these guys are all friends passing money around, I think they're gonna have a good time regardless.
Man, absolutely.
Have you ever seen Tiny Run?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And if we have,
Well, we've got
people, I'll stay in the booth. And then
got some interesting hands in the mix here. See what gets to the flop. Ace 9 offsuit, an interesting squeeze for the big blind. Mike's not going anywhere with his suited connectors.
I'm not gonna be calling the action. I'm gonna be fucking with him the whole time. He's gonna say, "Wee."
This might be one in steel.
Here, man. Call all in.
He's in position.
Yeah, that's why he was never getting out of the way here. He's gonna watch, see what he can pick up.
said he was going to come. I was like, what?
Let's see what iTrade does. He's gonna fire a big one at it. And all right,
that'll be enough.
They're outplaying the player.
Well, I mean, he 3-bet pre-flop and then continues large. I mean, just give the guy credit until you see otherwise.
That's why he was a big winner. That's why he was a big winner.
Hey, we pulled. Hey, look, this is the funniest thing. We pulled pranks on people.
Oh no, dude, I was involved in one of those. I went to
The best one was always the button moving back. I'm the lead.
Oh,
The button
man.
gets to me, so you just keep on pushing the button
Somehow
back.
it started to where I was gonna get quad aces. Somebody was gonna flop straight flush.
I don't know if you can do this. Adrian's telling a story where he went to the bathroom, he came back, and they set the deck on him, so he flopped quads.
I've heard
against
Tiny
the
tell this
straight flush.
story. Yes.
I remember
Yeah.
you were the very first one who started to do the circus.
And they're talking
Like,
about
he was
they had a little wrestling match at one of the games, and
the one you had
Tesla went over the banister and took out a Christmas tree.
whatever it was.
Tiny coming in with a larger open than normal on the button.
Another story, bro.
2 6s.
It was,
Oh, mariachi
Oh,
strategy.
no, there was a straddle. Okay, so
For
then
five.
it's okay. So the 20 open was. I didn't see the straddle was there.
All in.
But he's got a shorter stack here.
Well,
Yeah. He didn't top off after losing that prior hand. So
He's all in for his last 170. Do you call the pocket sixes?
in this at this depth versus a player like Mariachi Mike that can have a wide range here to do it,
You know
absolutely.
you're flipping.
You
He's got
hope
two
you hope
overs.
you're flipping.
Yeah. At best, you're flipping.
Yeah.
You can have 7, 8, and still have 2 overcards.
But he's gonna do this with he would do this with Ace 9 suit.
Yes.
You know, maybe even some Ace 5, Ace 4 that you only have one over to battle. In which case you're in great shape. So
He goes, "What are you gonna do when I raise all over the
I think Tiny's gonna have to make this call here.
Christmas tree was
He
over
likes-
the band.
Let's go.
It could go either way. It's early.
I remember
You can
that.
pick a better spot.
Then you get to see all 5 cards. You don't have to hit your set on the flop.
Went into the Christmas tree? Yeah, Steve.
Here's our talk about Christmas.
They were wrestling. He and Mark were wrestling and about fell over the bed.
And you know what? He drove past my house the next day over and over and over and over and over.
He was ready to fight.
Yeah.
He was ready to fight.
He couldn't fight after he got up from the tree.
Nah.
I think we'll have to do less commentary in this stream. Let these guys talk.
What was his last name?
I don't remember. He was a car salesman or something.
No, you know who we need is
Fred? You
Reckless.
talking about Fred?
We need Reckless.
Is T getting her into the action for the first time here tonight with 8-6
I haven't heard from him in
suited?
ages.
Gapper from early position.
Yeah, none.
I like that hand.
Disappeared off the planet.
Fun hand. I like it in a little bit later position, but on a stream, you're trying to find hands to mix it up with, and that's a perfect one to do it. Yeah. It looks like she's going
Everybody
to take
gives
it
him
down
credit
anyway.
for a real hand,
I still got you two, Tom.
raising her in early position.
So is there a chance we can get Ronnie?
Yeah. He was supposed to come over here today, but
He said he lives too far and, he likes to drink.
Now, most of these guys played pre-stream for about a half hour. They got here early, sat down and played for about a half hour. So I don't know if they topped off to 500 or if they lost some and came in short. I'm not positive what the chip stacks are when we started.
Yeah, we'll take a look at those in just a second here. See where we're at now, anyway.
Well, I appreciate it. I'm glad you came out, man.
I do too, bro.
I'm really glad you came.
Crazy. I ain't seen this man.
Man, it's the first time meeting you. And you're doing all this.
Not a whole lot going on here.
That's pretty boy right here.
Adrian with the 8-6 suited, like Miss T had, but he elects to limp it.
Oh, Mike
Seen him. I was like,
has a real
Oh,
hand.
yeah. Well,
On the damn runway.
He's set
I
up-
trade raised.
Yeah,
Yeah,
once
that-
around the table, we're on hand 9 right now, and he's been pretty aggressive. So they might have a feel for him. and might call light. Now,
Well-
8-6 and Jack 9 are not two hands you're going to call $70 with.
But Mike is he's looking at facing a raise from the same guy that 3-bet and led into him a moment ago. So he definitely is looking to exact some revenge there. No takers. It's a free flop, which is not a bad result with queens.
Kristen Wood in the chat says, "Come on, Woody, we're rooting for you." Woody's right there in the free seat. He actually showed up last week thinking it was last week's we were having the stream, and he was 7 days early.
Well, hopefully he stayed around and played.
I'm not sure if he played or not.
I imagine we should see a few new faces in the names in the chat as well tonight.
Yeah, if these guys shared the stream before jumping on here, we should see a lot of new comments.
A lot of offsuit hands here.
I remember it. I know exactly what happened.
Was it about White Castle?
No, he hit another one-outer, I'm sure, or something.
He had ace-10 against your ace-queen.
I flopped 2 pair, and he got mad because he had top pairs.
And then you said,
I took all his money, and he got real mad.
Reliving war stories.
Yeah, Ms. T going ahead and doing the donk bet with second pair here. With the weak kicker as well.
I've noticed Miss T like to use her image of a little old lady.
Yeah, but when you're up against 2 pair on the turn, it's not going to work.
Yeah.
And now she's in a larger pot, out of position, in a bad spot.
somebody saw me one time, they were like, "Crazy."
The Tesla's just going to continue firing here
Yeah, she's gonna let it.
and take it down.
10 years,
Very nice hand.
One more hand.
Okay.
That was his thing, bro. That's how I
Who have
was
some
broke
chip
right
stack?
there all the time.
Maya Choice says, "Prezi, we love you. Do your thing, bro." Prezi's in the 5 seat. He actually said he would jump in the commentary booth later if you wanted him.
Only if you bust out. We don't want that to happen. So there's your chip
Tesla's
stacks.
a big winner so far. A lot of that is coming from Mariachi Mike's bluff
Yeah, Prezi
early on.
and Mike on the shorter stacks, which is kind of interesting. But everyone kind of around the 500, except for Tesla with the picking off the bluff.
Oh,
Man, Mike's with
got
another
jacks
pair.
now.
He's picking up the pairs.
That would be like 30, so.
Not only did he start the game aggressively, now he's getting cards to
Interesting flop
help him out.
against Ace Queen. Prezi's got Broadway gut shot here, but he's going to go get away right away.
He's lucky he didn't hit that jack. That would have given Mike a full house.
We were bowling alley buddies, right? Weren't we bowling alley buddies? Sure were.
Yeah, sir. That's where Steve and I met.
We
too.
took so serious those pink chips. And
Yeah, bro, that was my first time learning to play the game.
it was him, dude. He was so aggressive. And
Yes,
Yeah, Monkey's saying Miss T might have considered a bluff. Now, the thing I don't like doing is bluffing recreational players because they don't fold. And that's not a knock, and maybe
Well, the other catch there, she donked the flop, and it was not a front door flush draw that
Right,
came in. It was a
right.
back door flush draw. So it's really tough to rep for that when you donk the flop.
One time and 3 of them came out.
Gerardo says my vote is the reg tonight. Well, that's an easy vote. We call him hit and run now.
That was a forced hit and run, though.
Yeah, that's an inside joke if you guys haven't seen the Facebook video. Go check it out. Adrian's got pocket queens and makes it $5 to go. Woody 3-bets it to 20 with ace-9 suited. Adrian makes a 4-bet to, it looks like, $70.
I like this out of position to go ahead and 4-bet it here.
It's not gambling when you know you're going to win.
Now Woody's got a suited ace-9 and has to decide what to do. He calls the
that
extra
had to be like
50.
2006, I'm guessing.
Yeah, 2006 for sure, 100%. It had to be after 2006.
Yeah, in position, he's just at this point now. He's just not pedaling. It's diamond flush or nothing.
So I was at
Uh-oh.
Yeah, you shouldn't get in trouble with the 9 here.
Yeah,
you
he might
faced
get
a
in trouble now.
4-bet.
Popped a 9.
You shouldn't.
It
So.
does give him some more outs. There's $150 in the pot.
Not too bad.
Adrian's gonna lead out for
50, it looks like.
I don't remember him being that aggressive.
Yep, $50.
Uh,
I like that bet size. Third pot.
He was playing a 15
You're gonna
Quick
get a lot
call
of
from
calls.
Woody.
top game.
At the horseshoe.
If this is a larger second barrel, you really gotta
Yeah,
really
we
kinda
got
gotta get away
250
from
in
your
the pot. He's
ace-nine.
gonna fire 100. It looks like maybe a little
a
more.
little
than
more.
Originally or no?
140, and
that. Woody
that's yeah.
does let it go. I wonder if he shows. Yes, he does.
That's your.
Yeah, 140 bet there. Good fold.
Still my favorite hand. Good hand.
Well played.
You got to know that your 9 is
Yeah,
usually not good there. You're looking to pick up some additional equity on the turn. Another 9, an ace to go with it, another diamond, something.
especially considering these guys have played together for decades.
I'm sorry you have to deal with all these crazy.
No problem.
They probably know each other's tells
Yeah,
pretty
man,
well.
We got some curmudgeon group, man. We don't just sit here and stare at each other.
I don't know the last time they played together, but
Fucking lock in. You know
this is a fun vibe for the night.
what I'm saying? What to do? Woody, man, that's crazy.
Tesla's got pocket kings,
And the big pairs are out early
Yeah.
in this stream.
making it interesting to start the game.
So you play any tournaments?
I played actually, yeah.
Makes it 30 to go.
Dallas.
TCA?
Yeah.
Fairly large bet. It's like 15x to start the game.
The reg, I think, just looking to get involved here. Goes ahead and
He's got two
Flats
aces.
with queen
Oh,
jack.
he's in trouble now.
350 guaranteed. That was a good one.
He's got top pair with a great kicker up against Tesla's over pair. I predict the reg is going to lose $200 in this pot.
350.
So you didn't say it.
Double checks. Yep, I do have the queen.
he also has a jack of spades.
He has backdoor flush.
You don't say right.
60.
Problem is, it was just an open from Tesla. Now, early position +2. But the reg didn't really clarify that range
He had the gut
with the
shot
call,
with
so
the
he
nine.
really doesn't know what he's up against here at all.
Well, it was such a big open. You don't really want to raise that either. He's got more outs now. He's got a 9, a jack, or a queen.
Here now, we sit around long enough and the poker game broke out.
He's in for $90.
Poker Joseph's channel, like yesterday, so that I can be on those clips where y'all tell the horrible dad joke.
What's that? 100?
I think Joe is sharp.
Oh, he
no.
gets there.
Yeah, I think he knew he wasn't in great shape.
Tesla should check back now. Good job, Tesla.
Yeah, because the only things that are calling you there.
You're beat. If you're calling you now, you're beat. Possibly he has a flush draw that he does not call with, and so betting.
But betting accomplishes nothing
It doesn't
there. Yeah,
accomplish anything.
you need a worse hand to call you, and what is calling you there? That's
Good
worse.
check back. Tesla played that about perfectly, really.
Nice hand.
Sometimes it be that way.
Gary, Indiana.
The armpit of America.
Nuh-uh. Hey, bro. Michael Jackson.
Not that Reg did anything bad, anything wrong.
No, he just
got lucky.
mastered the one thing I haven't really been able to
The river suck
make
out.
any. Yeah, luck on the river. I've been able to figure that part out.
Yeah,
I've been working
that's
that,
hard
trying to
to
mix it
master.
into my game, but
Yeah, I can't teach that. That's hard to master.
some people just have it.
Tesla's thinking, what did I do wrong there? I bet 30 pre-flop. I bet the turn. I bet. He played it perfectly.
What's it called? How many hands you play? What's it called? Yeah, it's gonna be low today.
And now Tiny with jacks
It's gonna be low today, buddy.
elects to flat
Nothing.
in the big blind.
That's not my
He's out of
style.
position.
78 at least.
Very interesting.
Oh, nice.
Well, nice and scary.
Yeah,
I mean, every draw in the
Tesla's
world is
got
there.
a open-ended and a flush draw. Mariachi has
Including
the
a straight
nut
flush
draw,
draw.
runner, snap calls. Tiny leads out for $30 with top set and gets 2 snap calls. That you
Yeah.
can't love that. You want like a deuce of spades. To
Yeah,
come
you
on
want a
the
blank turn here and then just
Yeah, 5
Push them
o'clock.
out.
Perfect,
That-
perfect. Make it big time.
Well,
big
that
bet.
brings a second flush draw possibility in.
Big bet.
Yeah.
Big, good bet. He bet $100 into 150. I like that.
Maybe, I don't know.
Hey, you look familiar, but I'm sure I play with you.
Tesla's going to come along. Mariachi Mike
Like
does let it go.
Yeah, he picks up a pair, but
Yep.
he's lost his nut
He
flush
knows he's
draw.
way behind.
He knows he's way
Oh, the
behind.
flush is there. Ah,
That's painful.
You didn't want to do a side bet?
Oh,
You do a side bet?
oh, no!
he goes all in, and Tesla snap calls with 8 high flush. Live by the river and die by the river. Tiny just smiles like, "What do you do? I had top set."
Yeah.
I don't think he needs to.
I don't know that he needs to jam.
Yeah, he doesn't need to jam that river.
So he can actually make it to the room.
At what point did you ship it?
The whole time he's not going to say one word. He's going to be thinking about it.
That's going to shift some money around.
Let's check out
And
the
Tesla has
good rates.
hit a couple of good pots already.
Call it off. With an 8 high flush draw.
86.
And a straight draw.
And
Tesla's
yeah,
up 700. Tiny's down 500.
Tiny throwing the party.
Yeah. So far.
So far,
Very
I told him if he was throwing the party, though, I was going to bring it up every 5 minutes. So every couple hands,
It's
we're just going
early.
to draw
The
attention
night is young. We've only been playing for 40 minutes.
until or unless he recovers.
Damn. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, baby.
Prezi down just a little bit.
I don't think we can do that.
That's crazy. 86 tiny.
Well, the big pairs have definitely been making their way around the table.
Yeah.
Does hit you that one
Makes
too?
for a fun, entertaining
See, did you fold?
stream to comment on.
You want to
Five hundred behind. Close time. 3 low.
do it, Colin.
Couple of limpers, and I trade NQ
Hey, 6
calls
fold.
$8.
Hey, 6 fold. You gonna like that one, buddy?
Check.
Put that on the stream. That was a little bit of roll your ass.
Here's a 6 for the pre-flop raiser.
Welcome to the stream, boys. Tiny gets ready.
And a pair of 6s is just going to win this.
6 is
hand.
good, but doesn't feel like it.
Yeah, he's.
And he is blocking the straight. That's about it.
Get the board carried right there.
Well, I wouldn't have done that. Well, I had a straight draw too. He missed that.
I didn't miss it.
You missed your money.
I'm not worried about it. It'll all come back. Don't worry.
A lot of table talk with these guys. It's going to be a fun night.
Under the rail right there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they said something about Tiny missing his money, and he said, "Don't worry, I'll get it back." We shall see. All right, Miss T's got a pocket pair. She's going to open raise here. It goes to 15. Said 5 to call, so it looks like there's a straddle on.
Yep.
That's a shout out to Lonnie right there.
Yeah, Mariachi straddled for 5. He wants the game to play bigger.
She's
Tell
coming.
the rest of the story.
She's coming.
He's going to come.
She will. Talk to her then.
Oh.
Joni, yeah.
Joni,
Next
just
time.
say Lonnie.
Next, yeah, he'll come next
I
time.
trade calls small blind with a suited ace 9. Mariachi defends with Jack Trey, and we've got 4 players.
Why not?
Maybe or something. I think he retired.
The ace hits.
Adrian's
That's
got
gonna-
a death shot.
For all the $1s and $5 bills. Remember that?
It's going to slow down a lot of the action.
Yeah, he's got it.
I saw him over a show.
Checking around one tie was enough for iTrade to say, you know what? I think my ace is good here with 2 flush draws on the board. I better put my money now.
Ah, he played that garlic game.
I got to take it down right away, I think.
He does. Granite in the chat says interesting river jam when the diamonds get there.
Irish Mike
Um,
and,
I agree. I think a blocker bet might have worked better, but then
That's what was giving away scooters that time.
yeah,
Yeah, block bet or a check call, depending on
check call
on your
depending
read.
how
I mean,
big
it is a villain he's familiar with.
You
so.
can't just fold because the draw gets there. That
No,
would be
you can't.
exploitive.
You gotta.
I think a check call reasonable bet would be a better idea.
He was, he was sitting over there.
I would probably check call any bet because I'm really sticky.
Uh-oh.
The reg
The
has
reg's
2
been-
aces.
Yeah, he's been sitting here all patient. He's going to raise, but he hasn't had a whole lot to play here, so this raise might look pretty suspicious. He tried to mix in a hand earlier.
I think if I was
He got there with the queen jack earlier.
in position with a 5-8, I think I would have made the call for 15 against the reg.
Oh my
Ooh,
gosh.
And I would have been in bad shape.
Yeah. Nope. You're not getting
Very
paid on that
active,
one.
Like, immediately fold.
Not
He
getting
has
paid on that one.
No intention of sticking around.
With no flush draws on the board or anything like that, you could definitely argue for the check back and
Joe had all of it.
let Mariachi fire. He's definitely capable of firing some bluffs, and that might be the only way you're getting a dollar.
Absolutely.
Speaking of which, I was going to ask you how many Wendy's restaurants you have there?
3.
3? About 3? We have like 2.5?
Yeah.
Debatable.
The Caddy Caddy.
I'm sure.
I was always afraid to eat that. I love those things, but I was afraid to eat them. But, you know, like bacon, like meat strips and bacon, stuff like that. Stroke-orific.
Yeah. I'm just trying to get like Tiny. You know, if I get about 6 more, I'll be like Tiny.
That's rude. I can't believe you said that out loud.
It's my guy, man. You know.
Tiny raises to 20 out of the hijack with an offsuit king 10. And Mariachi Mike's just going to flat pocket pair. I'm going to set mine here, see what he can get. And that's not the board he wants to see. I would have liked to see a bet from Tiny there that smashes his range. 2 Broadway cards when he opened the betting in the hijack.
Mountain Dew did it for me, man. I don't know what it was. I got addicted to it.
What caffeine?
Yeah. That's why I'm so hyper, bro. Bullshit. I thought I had ADHD. It's just Mountain Dew.
Self-diagnosis. Did you have to Google that?
Yeah, I think I did.
WebMD.
You know?
I thought all those Frosties you were sneaking in the back.
Looks like we got 23 viewers. It's people in the chat. If you haven't already, please
Chrissy.
like and subscribe.
Who is Bay, Chrissy? Which one?
So when we see the split screen of the smash, we're gonna see when they're gonna show the split screen of your face.
Queen
We got
10
a couple
versus
Queen
Queen
10
10.
offsuits. And another offsuit Broadway with King Jack. This could get very interesting with the right flop.
I know where he lives. I'll get it back.
You think
Another fun dynamic is.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, wow. This is going to get big.
Ms. T's got nut flush draw. Second pair nut flush draw.
This is
Tesla's got second pair and the Broadway draw. Adrian and I trade. They have Broadway draws, but it's third pair in, so it's gonna be pretty easy for Mike to get away.
Yeah, Mike's the only one that totally missed this board.
I don't think he realized how live his cards were pre-flop, but they missed.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are. The hoodie.
I mean, a Will Ace board, and he's crushing it and get paid.
We got a pair and a flush draw for Ms. T. That's my favorite hand.
It's like dry fit. It's like a dry fit one.
No, not really.
I was going to say another fun dynamic is all these people in the chat know each other probably.
I think yes, most of them I believe do.
Wonder what my boy Les is doing. I know my boy Greg probably.
All right, the 3 doesn't change anything. Ms. T bets 75. She does have the best hand and the best draw.
Yeah, she probably feels more like she's betting her draw
Yeah,
than knowing she has the best hand. The second bet might get some folds here because now you're drawing pretty thin with Queen 10 offsuit.
I'll let him tell you. My head is.
Adrian makes a call.
Yeah, and Adrian making the call might get I trade to stay in. Definitely contemplating it.
Like lasers. Like my soul. You can see my soul.
Yeah, if they knew they were drawing thin to a chop, they would
Yeah.
both fold in a hurry.
Yeah. Oh, it's going to be a big pot from Miss T. I wonder what happens if we do not get a club on the river. If Miss T gives up and it checks around. That's my prediction. No club on the river. Checks
Well, how about
around.
a second pair?
Two pair. Two pair
She might continue. On
Yeah, she might
that.
continue.
That might be the one card that wasn't the flush completer that does it. Oh, she goes all in.
Yep.
Ship it. No, she's not going to get called here.
Not with third pair, and they both miss their draw.
No.
Well played, Miss T. She thought she was behind an ace. She was. She always had the best hand in.
No one raised en route here, so you're not anticipating running into any straights or aces up, unless it was specifically ace 9. So, yeah.
Yeah, Jack of Clubs would have been a fun river. Give her the nut flush and give Adrian and I trade both a Broadway straight. It's going to go fold, fold.
Yep, and no show.
She's going to sweep in a big pot.
Very nice, Ms. T.
$718.
She set that up by telling the
Yep.
story right from the flop.
Yep.
So
Yep.
it paid off there. I would too would have liked to seen a blank river.
Yeah, to see what
just
she
to
does.
see what would have happened there.
Okay, cool.
I think it checks around.
The two mountain dews sitting over here.
Oh.
It's possible if she checks the river and Adrian checks the river that I trade.
I trade
Might have sensed
might
some
bluff
weakness
at
and
it.
might have done something there.
I
That was the one possibility that would have been really interesting.
I would
to see.
like to. Yeah, it would have been interesting.
Nice bet, ma'am.
Thank you.
As it is, the river seems to be working for people today. So
Tesla with Ace King suited
another nice hand for
in the
Tesla.
hijack makes it 15 to go.
He's like this. This stream poker's easy.
We'll be able to see this video, right?
You on YouTube or Facebook? Ooh, we're on Facebook too? Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Everybody doesn't see it. Oh, yeah.
Mariachi Mike and Ms. T are both in this hand. That's another good flop for Ms. T. Another flush draw.
You have like 10 hands.
Mariachi Mike has open-ended and middle pair.
She didn't play it the same way here, though.
Tesla's way behind with
Oh, I'm sorry.
just Ace King.
Wonder if this was just because she was stacking chips.
Oh, now he's got the Ace High flush draw versus two pair. Miss T still has the Queen High club draw. He checks it. Sneaky,
Yeah.
sneaky.
This was the one time, though, that Miss T didn't lead with the flush draw, and I wonder if just because she was stacking chips,
Yep.
didn't take her usual line here. All right, or maybe she's just mixing it up.
Mike bet 60. He's only got about 40 behind. It looks like 46 if my graphic is right.
Two pair against both of the flush draws. I mean,
Yep. It's an easy call, I think, from... the straight is right there. It's a four-liner to a straight right there. Ace doesn't change anything. Well, it gives Tesla an ace now.
yeah, it gets Mike paid.
And for $40, he might just call it off and see.
Although a deuce beats you.
Yeah. A deuce, a 7.
Also fair. So,
But for that cheap price, he's going to make the call. See the bad news.
This is actually a
That was a monster. Mariachi Mike picks up a nice little pot. He needed that.
Well, we got some money moving around.
What's a VPIP on this table right now after 2 orbits?
Let's
VPIP
See
for
if we can
the,
pull
for
that up real
the
quick
people watching
before
is
the cards come
voluntarily putting money in the pot.
That's in chapter 6, paragraph 1A.
68% for Mariachi Mike, which is what I anticipated. Prezi and Woody, 5%. The Reg, 10%. Tiny at 21. Tesla and I trade at 31. Adrian at 42. No surprises yet.
no. Mariachi Mike definitely trying to get involved in pots and
Yep.
figure this table out quick. Joe the rank hasn't had a lot to work with. He hasn't played very many pots yet. Needs to
And this is only
like to
2
see him get in there and
orbits.
mix it up.
Very small sample size.
That's a song.
All right, Aramis, let's see what happens.
Alrighty.
Like I've always said, you're never more than 3 cards away from quads.
Tiny calls out of position with the suited ace. Not a bad flop for him. Flops a gutter right away. Gutter with an overcard. He's going to call any bet. Now, this is not really a board that pre-flop raiser should be continuing on too often.
No, no. That's why I already got peppermint.
He's going to check call $20. It looks like 25.
25.
Ooh.
And he's going to bink the king.
King on the turn is going to bail out iTrade.
No, he's tiny. Oh, well, yeah, I guess the king was behind, but Tiny's story is still the same.
Yep.
He's still got a
needs
gutter
five.
with an overcard.
Still needs a 5 or an ace.
He's kind of in the same
He didn't
boat
know he
here.
was ahead.
He had to get huge stream or something.
Big bet. Tiny lets it go.
So we have seen that from iTrade a couple times. He is following up those flop bets with larger turn bets. And,
I like it.
put some players to the test. That's a very, very solid approach.
No, I mean, I can't. I mean, my schedule right now, when I'm in town, I'll be here pretty regularly.
You still at the surface?
Tesla's got a nice stack in front of him looking at this bird's eye view.
Well, he's hit quite a few nice hands
Yes.
One more hand, Steve. One more.
and gotten paid.
One more hand.
He used to kill me, man.
2 hours later, you're still playing better.
So
Yeah.
Tiny, I guess, deciding to get creative here.
Yeah.
7-5 off under the gun.
That's new for Tiny.
The chips he used to
He's going to run into King Jack suited and Miss T has pocket tens. I want to see a 3-bet for like $60.
45, not going to be enough.
It's a little bit short. A little bit short.
We got
With 2 limpers, I want to see a bigger bet out of Miss T there.
I agree.
yeah.
45.
Doesn't need to be huge. She's still in position to those. Do the 15 of
And
the
this
call.
$45 raise just might work. It's small enough. Now, Woody's getting a
No,
good
oh,
price,
yeah.
and it does get through.
I don't like folding a suited Broadway.
No,
to a,
no,
to
not
a-
when you're closing the
a very
action.
standard.
And there's a lot of
3-bet
dead
size
money
there.
out there. I think I just pay her the extra $30.
I'd be giving
Let's see
Miss
a
T
flop.
some credit,
And that's
and if he did, then he picked the right time to do so.
Productions by RFR.com.
Tesla with the suited ace, I imagine. Now he's going to go with the limp here.
well, Mariachi Mike has been pretty aggressive. He might let him do the betting.
This is, this would be a very nice spot to just limp call.
Ooh, Prezzi's going to come in with a real hand now. He's got ace jack. I predict a limp.
Well, flat, yeah. Reg's just looking to get in there, and on the button, King 9's looking
Yep.
looking reasonable. Would definitely prefer a suited variety there. Sure, he's well aware of that.
All right. 4 ways to the flop. $65, $83 in the pot.
Hits the king,
Bink.
and really nothing else for anyone.
Nope. Checks.
And Mike's just going to continue telling the story here, but Reg's not going anywhere. The question is, can Reg hold on with a 9 kicker if Mike keeps the pressure on?
Against Mike, I think you do. Against an unknown player, maybe not, but he knows Mike.
Yeah, but if Mike goes bet, 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 it's going to be really tough.
Yeah.
He can represent all the better kings.
But Mike knows the reg. See, these 2 players are the only ones not in Tiny's home game, and they play together a lot.
Well, them and Miss T, yeah.
And Miss T. But Miss T was invited.
Yeah, here we go. It's going to continue firing. This is what I was talking about.
No, the reg's going to pick this one off. Both solid players.
Yep, but the Reg's already thinking here, what do I do on the river if I call this?
He's only got
Because
174
that's
behind. I would think he's deciding, you're going to call the extra 174. He doesn't have enough
Do
to
you
make.
ever want to stack off with the king and a 9 kicker?
Against Mike, I might. I call light against Mike. Mike's got to go all in now to tell the story. There's $453 in the pot. He's got $174. What's that SPR called?
You got to figure there's not a lot of hands that the reg flaps pre with
Snap
the queen
calls.
that also calls the flop.
Yep.
That's right. That he expects to fold that out. He expects
Yeah.
to fold that out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's like,
100%.
all right.
He surprised that called pre and then took 3
Taking all
barrels.
the money as usual.
Let's go, Reg.
But yeah, I like the quick call on the river because it means that he was thinking what I was talking about, which
On the turn.
you can't call on the turn
Yep.
without a plan on the river.
Exactly.
Um,
And that with the way the stack sizes were, he knew he was going to
I
call
wouldn't
the
have been
river.
upset with the snap fold even. Just the decision needs to be made because there's no surprise there. That's not a nut changing. Well, I mean, it is a nut changing card, but it's a very unlikely card for either of them. King 9's going to get a little talk there. Offsuit.
It would have been a harder decision against somebody you don't know, but he knows how aggressive Mariachi
Yeah,
Mike
that's
is.
one of those where you kind of got to decide right away. Am I just going to try to hold on here? And that was the question I asked right on the flop.
Yep.
Can you hold on to a triple barrel with a 9 kicker? That's actually pretty tough.
Yep.
Pretty tough to do. If they were deeper, it'd be
It
almost
would have been
impossible
really
to do.
hard if they both had $2,000 in front of them,
Mhm.
but with 300-400, it makes it a little easier. The bluff doesn't have as much teeth. Mike is not done. He's going to go grab some chips and come back. Would be my prediction.
Yeah, I highly doubt he's done.
There's not a scenario where he's firing one bullet into this table and leaving after an hour.
Where the poker jokers at?
iTrade's got a double gut. He needs a deuce or a 6 to make a
Yeah,
straight.
but I mean, essentially all these hands have none of them feel great.
Right. Nobody's happy about it.
I mean, iTrade is feeling better than most, but he's not loving it.
The reg's just going to go ahead and represent that ace.
Because even if he hits the straight, it could be a spade variety. Make life
Yep,
tough.
there's a flush. The reg is bluffing with the best hand. Jack high is the best hand right now.
Precisely what he's doing.
iTrade needs a deuce, a 4, a 6, a 7.
But he's in position as the pre-flop raiser, and it looks like he was about to bet out of turn, which is just really going to sell the story, right?
Tomorrow they're doing no limit hold'em at 11.
I heard it. I'm sorry, and I think that was iTrade saying I haven't checked.
There's a strategy I'm talking about. That's news to me.
All right, action doesn't change, so the $60 bet is binding.
So I wonder, did we hear the table audio before we saw that image? Because I thought I heard him apologizing for putting it out early, and then it got pulled back after that, and then went back out. I have to watch their mouths.
I was gonna bet out.
Fight me.
You should give those guys a little bit of time to get, their emotions down.
There you go, Joe, giving lessons on how to act as a pre-flop caller in position and a pre-flop raiser in position on back-to-back hands. I'll bring up the cumulative winnings here in just a moment after this hand, and we'll take a look, see where everyone's standing.
Ooh, I like Woody's hand. Jack 10 suited.
Looks like he limped it under the gun.
iTrade comes along for half price. He's already in it for
Yeah,
$1.
Tesla's going to bump it up with the suited ace.
Tesla's
over
going
a
to
couple
bump it.
limps. I don't know how much, but I see chips already being moved. Maybe not. Maybe you check the option there.
No,
I know, it was
he
raised to
made
15,
it 15 to go because
Yeah, I didn't see
iTrade
the action
folded.
on the screen.
Yep, Woody called it. I trade folded. We got a flop.
Tesla hits the bottom pair with the backdoor flush draw in and over.
I think he's continuing on any flop, and Woody's gonna fold to any flop that he doesn't hit.
But they're gonna start doing them here real
Very good. No, you guys think-
He asks if 2-pair was good.
Mom pot does.
All right, bomb pot time.
All right, we're gonna
Let's
swap
have
out
a dealer
dealers.
change.
We got Bob in the box now.
Yeah, we just kicked Vincent out. Got Bob in.
For those of you that are new to Texas poker, on our dealer change, we do a double board PLO bomb pot, and we specifically at Peaks have a $200 cap on this, so you cannot lose more than $200 in this hand.
Bob, we're taking 30 for the production.
So now we're going to see some 4-card poker, and if you are new to PLO, there's a lot of new people in the chat. You have to use 2 cards in your hand, and you can only use 2 cards in your hand. You're going to get 4 cards, and you have to use 2 of them, and you can only use 2 of them. You have to use 3 cards from the board, and this specific hand is a double board, so it's going to be, the pot is going to be split. Half of the pot is going to go to the top board, half of the pot is going to go to the bottom board. And I think Joe and Tiny and Ms. T are going to have an advantage. I don't know the experience of the rest of them playing in clubs around Texas, if they're used to the double board bomb pot. If they're used to Omaha,
I believe
I don't
Tesla
know.
skipped the double board bomb pot out on the floor pre-stream, but it's a lot of information to take in here on the stream. On the screen, I usually like to keep my eyes on the equity percentages. It gives you an idea of whose hands to look at first to see what we've got going on here. So a very coordinated top board. A lot of straight possibilities on both boards. So
I don't even look at my hand until the board comes out. And then I look at the board and see, what do I need? And then I look at my hand and see how close it came to what I needed.
I'd like to have Queen Jack 9 of diamonds right now.
That'd be nice.
Maybe some hearts. Okay, so Ms. T
Woody and Tesla.
has 2 pair on the top and some straight draws on the bottom. Woody's got a set on the bottom working,
That's fun.
along with some flush and some straight draws on the top.
Oh yeah, he's got a pair.
he's got a big
straight draw,
possibility.
a flush draw.
Tesla's got a lot of the bottom board, but not a whole lot working on the top, other than gutter. I don't think that 5 is going to change much that was happening on the top.
No, it did. He did get too close to the reader though, so TiVo has to back it up and fix it.
Ooh, now the heart flush coming in. Did anyone have the flush draw?
There's
I
too
saw
much-
the diamond draw. I don't remember seeing anyone with the heart draw. Oh yeah, Miss
Yeah,
T's
the
got a
reg's
king
got
high.
the flush on bottom. Did Miss T also have it?
Yeah, Miss T has a king high. What did the reg have?
Oh, like 8 high.
Okay, that's not going to do it.
9 high.
Yeah. So Miss T's got the bottom board as long as she hangs in there.
Locked up pretty well. Unless the bottom pairs and then Woody has a boat.
And she's still in a really good shape on the top board as well. So
Oh, if the bottom board takes a 9, Tesla has a boat 9s over 6s, and Woody has a boat deuces over 9s. All right, the 9-6 does fold. Woody's thinking, I've got a set on a paired board. He's blocking his own full house with having that 6 in his hand,
Yep.
but he does have a straight on top. I think I call with a straight on top and a set on bottom. He
he's
lets
got
it
straight
go.
draw on top. Doesn't have it made.
He doesn't. Oh,
Not yet.
okay. I
He's got
thought he had a
he's
9.
got a weak flush draw as well.
Yeah,
So
I thought he
Woody
had
a bit
the.
working
I
there.
thought he had 6-9 in his hand. He had 6-8. He did hit this flush on top.
Yeah, but he folded, I think.
Yep.
So no, he's in there. Okay,
No, he did fold. They didn't.
didn't get the action tracker right
Yeah.
there. Yep. We got a scooper for Ms. T.
I'm remembering a hand with Joe about 3 weeks ago, and he beat the crap out of me.
So Woody would have had a flush on top and taken half of that pot.
A very weak flush, though.
Weak flush. I don't blame him at all.
But
for
they were already
folding.
capped, weren't they? So there's no more money going in.
I don't know the answer to that.
On the bottom, but it wouldn't be good.
Let's check out these cumulative winnings.
I think this should be updated from that hand. Still got Tesla up, the reg, Ms. T. All doing
Tiny
their
and
job. I'll change that a little
Mariachi
bit.
Mike.
Tiny and Mike throwing the party.
No, two.
Yeah, me too.
Yes, indeed.
Hey, Steve.
Tiny showing them how it's done here at Peaks.
Golly, I totally forgot.
Well, a lot of Tesla's money came from Tiny's flopping top set and losing on the river to a flush.
What we get?
I saw 2 pairs. He was trying to cash a check.
I got these cashews.
He says he's building houses now.
I got these
I
cashews.
see him on Facebook all the time.
Chicken houses.
Well, it's the type of house.
I got these cashews, check me.
Prezi has not had much to work with.
You know why chicken coops have 2 doors, right? Because if they had 4 doors, they'd be chicken sedans.
Is that an old man poker job?
We're doing the old poker jokers stuff here.
I missed the first part.
If you hear a joke and you groan at it, it's probably an old poker's jokers joke. Which Tiny is part of that group, along with Poker Monkey. He was in our chat earlier. Not sure if he's still on here. And Captain Underpairs and Alice. We need to give her a name.
Yeah.
I don't think she has a nickname.
Well, her name's Susan. They just call her Alice.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. Why can't you?
Well, Mike has not come back, so
That's interesting. There were a few people on the list on the outer table, so I wonder if he's at the ATM or what he's doing.
when he showed up, he didn't show up to play the stream originally. Kind of
Right.
got talked into it. We had a seat open up.
Yeah, he might not have brought a second
So,
bill with him.
yeah, he might not have intended
Pretty creative.
to be in there for the full night and took his exit.
Oh my goodness, that's funny. Okay, we are.
The reg only plays aces.
My mom would appreciate that.
Not true, but I do believe it's the second time he's gotten them here. Miss T with pocket pair not going anywhere.
Old poker jokers on YouTube.
And Tesla just feeling lucky with a suited jack on the button.
He messed up by not putting me in there. Now I'm in a rival.
Maybe a favorite hand or something.
I told you I was going to have you on sometime.
I'm gonna have
Next time we film something, I'll bring you over.
mine's gonna be what did I say? Grumpy old Zen poker.
So the reg being man in the middle, 3 ways here. Pre-flop aggressor is going to go ahead and continue. Miss T definitely going to stay in, float, see what she gets on the turn.
I wanna see the outs above my head when I look at when I play a hand and it says how many outs.
She's actually got to like that 9 pairing. Better chance her 7s are good. She goes ahead and donks this turn, which is going to put the reg a little bit on the defensive. He's got to be wary of trip 9s now.
That one hand I did play, I mean,
Probably didn't have much odds. You should
Big tip, 1%.
And he does check behind.
and the wrong.
Now turn them up.
So that was,
That's kind of not like me.
yeah, it was very nice.
We need to work on that.
I'm just warming up, you know.
Don't know if you saw that last
that?
hand.
I
Eric?
did not see the last hand.
Yeah, it was Joe had aces and Miss T 7s on a 9 high flop.
Okay.
Joe continues. She floats with the second pair.
Yeah.
Turn pairs the 9.
Oh.
And so Miss T goes ahead and donks out. And Joe does make the call there, but it puts him on the defensive, which turns the check on the river 10.
Okay.
Yeah, she saved herself from having to pay a third barrel by donking that turn, and putting him on the defensive.
Man,
You ran out of Mountain Dew.
yeah, I did, bro.
Run out of Frosty Mix?
That too.
Man.
You can, bro.
Adrian likes that 3-6 suited. I like 3-6 suited. You got good board coverage if you raise, because when high cards come out, people expect you to have high cards, and if low cards come out, you actually do have the best hand. So I really like raising with a 3-6, especially the suited variety like that.
It's alright. It's the nostalgia of SpongeBob. That's all it is.
I'm gonna check out.
So now if it comes out face cards, he can lead out and represent that's what he had. Let's see how he tells this story.
Oh, I'm sorry. She has a hand.
He totally misses,
So I put my face on the building and check around.
and it does check around. I want to see a continuation bet there.
I'm okay with the check on the flop, but he needs to come in on the turn here.
And he does hit a gut shot. They're going to check it all around.
Wendy's presents.
Oh, now it's too late. You might just get called by ace high.
Yeah, the turn was the place to make the stab and get the most folds.
Either
Very uncoordinated board. No flush draws. Like
Hey, that's a marketing genius right there.
Bluff.
Marketing.
steals it with ace high.
Marketing genius right there. That's a damn good one. That's a damn good one. That's a damn good one. I might have to do that.
Don't forget to take some roll.
Oh yeah. Trademark LLC.
Get my next bang.
Yeah. Old poker joker.
What is that?
Tommy's channel that he didn't even tell me about.
I didn't know about it either. I saw him in the Joker's.
It's on Facebook.
It is.
Yeah, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram.
If you're new to the chat, I know you've already subscribed because you're chatting, and we require a subscription to chat. But go ahead and share it with your friends.
Funny jokes, dad jokes.
Let everybody see all this good stuff.
Yeah, so some of them, but we've been
And don't forget to hit the like button while you're here.
Hit that like button. It helps our algorithm. It doesn't cost you anything, and it really helps us out.
Yeah, some of them are
Woody limps in from the cutoff with pocket sixes. Ms. T makes it 15 with ace king. Prezi finally has a pocket pair and calls.
like 3 or 4 of us were.
He's set mining.
Cards and telling jokes.
The problem with pocket threes is you don't like any flop that does not have a 3 in it.
No, but that's also the great thing with it.
Yeah, you hit a 3 and it's disguised.
Play smart. Either hit the set or get out of there.
All right, 4, 8, 9. Ms. T in position on the button.
Yeah, she's not going
Pre-flop raiser.
let
She's
this
going to lead
check
on.
through.
Big bet. Good bet. $40 into a $60 pot, and everybody's going to fold. Well played. I don't
I think
hate,
I would have liked to float from the sixes, not the threes.
Not-
under the
not
board, but the
against-
sixes are.
if
Yeah,
I
they're
don't-
sitting there as a third pair with some straight potentials and other things.
So you and I know better with Miss T. But the first time I sat down with her, I thought there's no shot she's ever bluffing me, and she did.
Well, I mean,
And she
Ace King's one of those. It's like it's a bluff. It's
Yes,
not
yeah,
much of a
yeah.
bluff. It's still
no,
kind
she
of a
straight
hand
up
you'd
bluffed
think,
me
right?
on the river. But if I'm sitting down with her at the first time and she raises pre-flop and then she bets a flop, my sixes shrink right up. And even if I don't put her on hitting the board, I put her on like jacks or queens or something way better than what I have, and I don't want to put any money into the pot.
Yeah, I definitely make her fire that second barrel. So.
Done it so many times.
There's so many. I can't remember.
So I know we got a lot of new people in chat. Where's everyone listening from? Are y'all still local or listening from other places? Let us know.
Every bit of crushes your dreams.
Let's see what happens.
I assume since this was mostly pulled from a home game that a lot of you are local, but
Yeah.
Last week. Yeah, I was like, oh, it's a cool place. So I was like, all right, let's make it a regular thing.
I'm
Does
down.
you know
Way
Greg
better than I
Miles?
thought.
Me too.
Greg Miles?
That's my guy, man.
That's your
That's
guy?
that's the silent assassin right there. That's Team Shipper alumni.
Ain't shipping.
Team
Get
Shipper.
a coffee, please. Do you have like some kind of flavored cream or French vanilla or something?
So where do you think Tiny or Reckless is? I mean,
I have no idea. Last I knew, he
Y'all
was
talk-
in.
you
Yeah, he
talk
was.
to him?
Last time I talked to him, he was in like the Phoenix area.
yeah, I looked
But
everywhere.
I
can't
haven't.
find him.
I can't find him.
So Adrian raises it up here, and
For a few months or so.
His son's in the Air Force.
this is correct. Tiny defends his straddle with 8-4 offsuit.
Yeah.
Maybe just looking to leverage position here.
Yeah, me and Marcus.
Yeah. Tell him we can fly him in too. Is he in Little Rock?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He probably was would have preferred the reg to be out of the pot.
TJ still doing sweet things.
And this is going to get very interesting, and Tiny will get out of the way.
That's a yes.
Probably.
Oh,
I think he works for a mattress firm, right?
action's just catching up. Sorry about that. I didn't realize that
Anybody know better than anybody else?
Tiny had already hit 2 pair on the flop, and we're already to a turn. I think I missed something here on the action.
I used to call him, like, hey, bro, you good?
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
You got tree stuff coming out of your back yet? Nah, we good. $25,000 later.
This is crazy. Top pair with an open ender versus 2 pair versus 2 pair.
All the neighbors were calling and
We all did that. That was all of us.
Pot is 315. Adrian and Tiny basically have pot size behind. Oh my gosh, and then the Jack 10, a better 2 pair. But it's also a 4-liner to a straight. Tiny wisely mucks his 8-4.
Is that cool?
I knew I was ahead. I knew I was. I had 8-9.
Runner. Freaking runner. That's an RFR, boy.
Yeah, it was.
Got a little RFR.
Tiny says he has 8-9. Sir, that is not what our graphics show. Your friends are going to watch this stream.
Freaking runner, boy.
Another 9. He's got everything.
You've got your own little lingo and all them trying to pick up
I
all
came up
this.
with all this
yeah,
stuff.
we got a lot. We just gotta remember it.
I was the one that came up
Yeah,
with
you do all of it, huh?
I gave everyone their nickname.
I'm sure that means something.
They noticed that Mark.
We'll take a look at
Yeah, that
maybe the
means
stack
And
sizes,
then there was
you know,
like
winnings here.
something going on when,
Right after this hand.
Tiny busted out.
We got stack sizes scrolling along the bottom of the screen.
All kind of things going on.
yeah.
See what I have to put up with?
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
Got a few people playing with shorter stacks, not topping off.
I fought 2 pair.
Turn, top pair. Still can't fold.
Oh shit.
Everybody-
High trade opens with the suited gapper.
Oh shit. Beat them.
Tesla making the call with the suited king. President getting involved. He hasn't had a whole lot of opportunity to work with yet. I think his VPIP is at the bottom, but a lot of that's just been the card distribution so far.
Right in his range.
Now that is a very interesting turn. Doesn't help a whole lot with these particular hands, but Tesla now with a second nut flush draw and an open ender.
Yeah, it's a 15 minute.
He's just got this board on lock.
Usually they have another one right behind.
Adrian with the tens actually ahead. And that's going to hurt.
Yeah.
I check.
I see why they do you like that, Dr. Bob.
You ain't seen nothing yet.
It looks like he is just going to make the call here. And then Tiny will quickly look. He knew it. Of all the tens to hit, the spade.
Panda Bear, the Panda Express. Panda, Panda. Panda, 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 Panda. Panda Express. Wow. That's crazy. Must be nice.
My king's all up.
Man, these low, king 9, king 8.
Oh, I thought I was going to bring up cumulative winnings. Sorry about that.
Yeah, King 7, King 7, King 7.
Every damn
I had
poker
those- I had
I
those
go to,
games.
some way's gotta have.
There we go. The reg leading the way. Plus 853. Tesla 679. Ms. T and I trade also in the green and everyone else in the red. With Tiny still throwing the party.
He says it's not.
Minus
but I was-
758.
I saw
The
him
number
in
just keeps
Crazy
getting
Place in the World with King Seven.
tinier.
Started that, he would try to play with
Yeah.
King 7.
There's always somebody's gotta have this hand's great, this hand's great.
Oh, Prezi picks up a hand. We've been waiting for it.
Let's go, pocket
We've
rockets.
been waiting for it. He's got that 10% VPIP, and he says, you know what? Aces might be good enough to not do that.
What's his PFR? Is it one
look,
now?
That was the trailer.
It might be.
And they would just,
I just looked at the cumulative winnings a moment ago.
yeah, it was.
PFR is pre-flop raising.
I want to hit that game.
Tiny with his favorite hand, though.
Yeah.
Did the reg win a
He
big
tells
one when I
everyone
was gone?
5-3 suited is the best hand in poker.
Tiny,
That is what
yeah.
Tiny always says.
He knows 5-3.
And he's going to have to prove it here. He is actually getting a
He's
chance
in
to prove
bad
it
shape.
against aces and against pocket fours with the 4 diamonds, which is really not good for a 5-3 of diamonds. But
No, he doesn't get a straight flush now.
Ms. T also with the king of diamonds.
Oh!
He just
there's
flopped a
diamonds.
diamond draw. Let's go.
Oh my
He knows we're
gosh.
talking about him right now. Miss T has bottom
He does.
pair. Prezi still has 2 aces, and 5-3 is a flush draw. He's smiling. Pocket fours checks.
Come on, Tiny. It's your favorite hand. Don't play it passively.
180 in the pot. He bets out. It's a small bet considering. I would have wanted to see like a half pot bet, like $90. He makes it
Multi-way, no
35.
need to do that. No need to do that.
Ah, Tiny's gonna rip it.
That's what I wanted to see.
Prezi does not fold.
Boo, Tiny.
He tried to checkmate you.
Why you couldn't just give him a little $35, man?
Because he has 5-3, and he's waiting to tell everyone how it's the best hand of poker.
You wrecked my life.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You wrecked my life.
Once or twice. Once or twice.
Twice. Just to be fair.
All right, President likes to run it twice.
Tiny's got 4 tries to hit a
And if
diamond.
you like to do that with aces on No Gamble, No Future, they penalize you.
All right, that
He misses
first one
on
is
that
first one goes to Prezi.
It's been twice.
Second one, chop it up.
He knows that did it. The king of diamonds would have done it there. His team would have hit the bottom. He's the high roll.
Yeah, damn, diamond. 5-3.
As soon as you said the 3-5, I was like, oh shit.
I read it twice because I don't want to be dirty.
Oh my. Run it once.
Mia in the chat says,
I never run
Meow,
it.
meow,
I don't
meow.
know why.
Nobody else.
You're honorary, got pocket aces, you don't have a diamond.
I don't either.
well, the good
Well,
thing
that
is
was
he didn't lose
kind of
it.
an anti-climax there.
I need 35 back.
Not
to back.
pot, but it was entertaining.
Oh, that's on the stream? I like
The jury is still out on which hand is the best hand in poker, pocket aces or 5-3 suited.
I mean, they're basically 50-50.
It looks that way.
Like, we always run it twice? No.
That's the 5-3, man.
Just run it one time. I don't want to be that guy. Then if I-
He didn't want to run.
Maybe we'll get another opportunity to see.
Well, you'll be listed as an alternate.
Presley thinking, I finally got a hand.
Yeah, case smart.
Only made a couple bucks on
Damn
it.
it. That was my chance. Freaking Tiny with your damn 5-3.
You like Hayden
So
or Tasty Bars?
his reputation precedes him with his college buddies.
Oh yeah, these guys would be well versed in his level 5-3 suited.
He knew everything. Algebra, whatever.
That's true.
He was so bad.
Woody with Jack 10 offsuit.
Like 19 years old.
Yeah, 18.
It's such a
Just
nice
bring
hand.
his girlfriend all the time.
Yeah,
Lets
but
it
under the
go.
gun, it's a
Rattle off stuff like
very easily dominated hand.
Jacob Bauer in the chat says, haha, ace high versus 5-3. 3-5.
I think we're all.
If you've played with Tiny, you know 3-5 is always in the mix.
across the Al Jazeera River.
That's a 100% hand for him.
Ace queen versus ace 10.
Ooh,
A lot of hearts
clean
out
hits,
there.
but
I got a little problem.
all hearts is going to keep the action under control. Although Miss T has the ace of hearts.
Miss
So
T's going to get super excited about that ace of hearts.
I'd like to see.
Now she has a flush draw and ace straight draw.
They both have a reason to bet the turn here, so bet and the call makes sense.
Yep.
Steve, where do you live now?
I'm in Kettle Mills,
Okay.
right next to Buc-ee's in Worth City.
Queen.
No, it's a pair of tens. It's not a straight.
Yeah, and that little bit of equity on the river got her to check it instead of pushing it with the ace hearts.
I don't think you know. Well, you know Greg Mouse.
Yeah, she had some showdown value by the
yeah,
river.
correctly played there. Check.
I don't know shuffle. Yeah, sometimes.
That's what we've been going. Shuffle.
We just need to get one car and ride over here.
Well, I brought him over here. I don't know how he's gonna get back.
Now, you were asking earlier about the PFR. It looks like Woody and Prezi are each at
Woody
3%
and Prezi.
now.
We need one of those taxis.
Pre-flop raising.
Well,
For those nerds out there who like stats, Ms. T, 27%. That means about just
I
over
trade.
1 out of 4 times she's raising.
Yeah, we've definitely seen I trade.
I
active when
traded
he
1 in
enters the
5
pot.
times. Woody and Prezi once. Gotta be aggressive. Be aggressive.
Statistically, a lot
Adrian with the ace queen. He's going to come in for a raise.
Absolutely.
no human error.
Statistically, because nobody's.
Lines are 1 and 2. I want to make it like,
well, my car drives by itself.
you know, 15.
It's better than me.
Ooh, that's a healthy
Whoa.
raise. Healthy. $40, Adrian.
Did we miss a bet somewhere
Adrian,
else?
you're going to pick up $3.
Push a button, it'll come get me now.
Nobody's calling $40, Adrian.
Push the button, it'll drive to you.
$40 when you got 111 behind.
Yeah.
That's basically, hey, I'm ready to go all in.
It's called ass.
Woody's like, I got a suited ace. I would have gave you 15 maybe.
Oh, easily. Yeah.
Maybe. Not 40.
Hey, listen, anybody that can figure out how to catch a 250-ton rocket.
Adrian
out of
wins
the air,
$3.
They can,
First time.
they can
The
figure out how
first
to make
time,
self-driving cars.
Oh my God, I was
And
watching
it's
that thing
coming
waiting
down
for
at
it to crash.
14,000 miles an hour.
Oh yeah, I was waiting for it to crash. I was
Yeah.
like, well, it'll crash and they'll learn from it and stuff like that. No, they learned everything they did from the Falcon rockets.
Isn't that
That thing
crazy?
set down like it was just bread and butter. It just
Yeah.
set down. I was looking at that going, I was stunned.
That's what he does to me.
I was absolutely stunned.
1 outer every time.
I'm not sure what they were talking about there.
They're talking about that rocket that landed.
No idea.
Vertical landing from a rocket.
Just one.
People that watch the news might know what they're talking about. I have no idea.
Terrible tiny.
Terrible time.
You know, if you flip them over and they land vertically with the nose, we call those missiles. But when they can just set down on the tail for another use, that's impressive. It's a lot of weight to maneuver and keep perpendicular to the surface.
How much you got left, Tiny?
About the same as you.
The reg comes in with a $20 raise from early position. Under the gun +1. Nobody
And,
really has anything to
yeah.
play with, and he's just going to pick up the pot.
Which is a great result with Queen 10 off.
Yeah.
Today.
Like that all day long. That's a hand that you're happy winning your $3.
Wendy's money next time.
That's right.
Krabby Patty.
They were talking pre-stream about one time 15 years ago, it was the worst ice storm in Texas history. And Tesla calls them up and goes, "You guys want to play?" And they went, "Yep." And he said, "I was driving 2 miles an hour sideways down the highway to get to the game."
Oh, yeah. Wow.
That's the day.
Well, not completely vegan. Very little chicken.
Of course we want to play.
Yeah, have a bit of fish.
Everything's closed. Let's get together. Tiny with a 4-6 suited comes in with a $15 raise.
Even gonna look. Wow.
That's right. We'll see it. We'll see it.
100% he
You think
looked
so?
at it.
You think so?
Oh, absolutely.
You think so? Should I?
You know,
Well, if he's in the tan, any, you know, anybody should play it.
Yeah, I believe the rocket they were talking about belonged to SpaceX,
Oh, really? Okay.
which is Elon Musk's
Yep.
founding. So
Okay.
with the name Tesla, I'm guessing that's how the subject came up.
Okay. Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah, a very impressive feat. Or well beyond most of us. Oh, we got another player.
Yeah, new guy. He was playing pre-stream and said he would come on afterwards. Mariachi Mike decided not to join the game, so I had to go out there and snap this guy's picture. This is a different Mike, actually.
Okay.
First time on the stream.
Okay, so not someone I'd be familiar with, or
No.
maybe from out in the room. Okay, I've seen him in the room.
He was in the room playing today and said he would play. You'll see me snatch his Apple Watch from him. We're very strict on the integrity of the game and security of the game, so we do not allow communication devices.
Did I win a hand?
And banker Joe is
Prezi won a hand.
up there. I remember that now.
Catch me out. Yeah, I'm gonna go throw it in the box. And don't check that.
Yeah, he hasn't had a lot to work with other than the aces, and we saw how that went. So.
Chop the
Played on live stream one night. Yeah, very first hand, the poker in the game, and I filled in the first hand. And I said, "All right, catch me out. I'm done." It was $1,000.
This would be a good time for Joe to tell the story of what happened on Thursday, where he was given a seat on the stream, immediately doubled up with
flops a set
pocket
against
eights.
top pair.
Yeah.
It's
Gets the set, gets the chips, and gets the message then that oops, he wasn't supposed to be given that seat, and he'll have to.
Yeah, that was my fault. That was my fault. Oh, hit and run.
That's how it starts, sir. Put some saran wrap on this real quick and just stay for the last 2 hours. One hand max.
I thought I saw 3 cards on
Yeah,
the left,
I'm-
so I'm
I'm,
a little confused. I'm watching very closely. I could have sworn seat 1 had 3 cards. as
Yeah,
well.
see 1 and 2. I think there's a misdeal over on that side of the table, but maybe not. Maybe not. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there.
I was thinking the same thing. I think one of seat 1's cards went closer to seat 2.
Maybe.
Uh,
Yeah.
regardless,
Never caught
they
my eye.
both folded, so irrelevant. iTrade makes it 30 to go with a suited ace-5, which is the new ace-king if you listen to the GTO wizards.
Absolutely, it's a great hand to
Words like
raise,
unblocking.
re-raise, and go broke with.
Yeah. Ace-5 flops a gut shot straight draw and is the best hand versus Tiny's king-9, who decided to defend with a
Out of position.
yeah. That's strange. I don't expect that out of Tiny. iTrade follows up with a nice little $25 bet and picks up the pot.
Home game that Steve over here used to have. We all got together tonight to play.
Let's check out these voluntarily putting money in the pot stats. We call it VPIP. Adrian, 40%. Michael just sat down. That doesn't count. Prezi and Woody both at 16%. The Reg and 24
Yeah,
times
President in particular
29.
has not had a lot to work with. Greg started to get a little more active finally, but
iTrade, Tesla, and Ms. T all seeing about 1 in 3 hands, which is kind of where you want to be if you're playing splashy.
and on stream, I
And
always
on
play
stream.
splashy.
I think I have a high VPIP. I don't like folding. Not always profitable, but it's a lot more fun. And it helps your range. You can represent anything, any part of the board.
Yeah, the wider you go though, the better you do need to be about post flop play. Careful not to trap yourself.
100%.
In Texas,
Yeah, well, even at 1-2, you can make $100 an hour.
yeah.
Easily.
Easily?
Easily.
Is that a straddle?
It is.
30?
No, they're talking about the likelihood of making $100 an hour playing 1-2 in Texas. I think the word easily was maybe overused. It
Yeah,
can
I
be
wouldn't
done,
say
but I would not
easy.
say easily.
Um,
There's quite a few people who have been trying to prove that it's possible, and
over
it's pretty tough.
the variance is too great.
You can get closer to it than you can almost anywhere else.
Oh yeah,
for sure.
I mean,
if you got a shot to do it, it's in Dallas.
If you say average $50 an hour, Adrian. The reg outflops Adrian. They get all in, and he binks the turn with his 2-outer, and the table starts chatting Adrian.
Yeah, well, he had a shallower stack, so I'm not surprised it played out that way. At all.
Yes. 1 overcard. You got to get in. Way behind, but the poker gods favor you.
Get the count accurate here. He's pushing it to Tiny.
Well,
I don't think Adrian's gonna let that happen.
Yeah.
she's crushing it. Yeah, she does.
She's like their chief counsel for.
Yeah, because her age, that was right when I can go onto a computer.
Let's get a look at those stack sizes because we do have a few larger stacks and a few smaller stacks on the table.
This is a $500 max buy-in game, and the regs are at 1263. Tesla's 1157. Ms. T and I trade both over 600. Michael's down a little bit. He just started.
But the rest of the table's all playing on the shorter side for this game. 300 or less.
They're not topping off like a lot of players on the stream do.
Right.
I remember when she was like, 14 or 15. She was like,
I think she's 5'11".
She was always tall.
She seemed to be taller than that.
Looking for a good starting hand here somewhere. Haven't found one yet.
I remember she graduated from Texas, right?
To know the law to get you out of jail every time.
yeah, exactly.
Every once in a while. Never done.
All right, blind on blind it is.
I like the Jack 10.
And the
Oh, he does raise to 15. Good job.
Yeah. Ace deuce, easy call for Tiny.
Yep. He's going to defend his big blind with an ace and get there. Oh, this is going to be scary. Adrian's got an open ender. Tiny's got top pair, no kicker.
But he also has the club. Ace club.
My sister's tall. She's 5'11".
It's going to be a bet 20.
What'd be interesting would be to bring in the straight, but with another club.
That would be fun. Give him the 8 of clubs on the turn would have been a fun card. All right, nothing's changed. Puts another flush draw out there. Adrian checks it. Tiny comes out with a $35 bet. Half pot. There's $70 in the pot. He bets exactly half pot, giving Adrian not quite the right odds, but he's going to come along anyway.
It's interesting. I mean, Adrian was the pre-flop raiser here, and Tiny has the weakest ace.
Yes. Yeah,
He's already gone for 2 streets here.
If Adrian doesn't, we don't know what's going to happen. It's a flush and a straight. Horrible card for Tiny, and Adrian's going to show him the best hand. He goes check on the river.
I would have liked to see a bet anyway from Adrian.
Yes, because it came
You're
out
very
spade,
unlikely to
spade.
run into the
Yeah.
into spades there. He has a spade in his hand, a good one.
Now,
The 10 of spades as well.
There's different schools of thought. Tiny has position and he's betting the whole way. Do you let him bluff add again, or do you go for some value on the river?
It's just a very likely check through hand.
Yeah, check on the river.
by all the hands that could call
Yeah.
you. All the 2 pairs and,
Yep.
and
Tiny's
things like
gonna
that,
top
that
off
you're,
now.
that you're beating.
Yeah,
they're
I would have
checking
liked to
behind,
bet. I would have liked to
right?
bet.
Yeah, a flush is betting, and an air is
$50
betting. That's
maybe.
it.
$50 value bet on the river would have been nice from Adrian.
Everybody's leaving Forney and moving to our town.
I don't hate the check.
Now, I don't know that it would have gotten called specifically
Right.
by ace deuce,
Right.
but it's going to get a lot of calls.
What I was gonna say is, if there's a blank, I wonder what Adrian does if he bets to bluff, and what Tiny would do with no kicker.
It'd be pretty bold facing the 2 streets already from Tiny.
I don't think. Yeah, I don't think it works.
All right, the reg with a strong hand here. Ace Queen suited in the cutoff.
A lot of letters out there.
Facing
Ace
a early raise. So
he does 3-bet.
that looks pretty big. That
Now,
50?
Michael's brand new to the stream. We don't know him at all.
Reg goes for a larger size here in position.
What are you doing? He's not even in the play. He's like, haha. And then he turns around and he's like, oh shit.
And a Queen Jack offsuited variety should be a fold here.
It's no fun to
It's
fold.
too easily dominated. It's very difficult to play post flop without at least a suit to work with.
Yeah, take a nice chunk of it.
There's just very little that works in your favor.
Hey, you see what this gets you, buddy? This is what not to do. That's crazy.
And he threw that ball, and I was like,
You see
uh-oh.
Caleb was
Michael checks
This would
it.
be a
The
good
rig's
spot
going
for
to
a large
continue,
size.
and
And
Michael lets it go.
perfect.
Played to perfection.
Hey,
That was
that
incredible,
quarterback
man.
is nice.
And he
And that was
that
Noel
ball.
Brown, ex-Cowboy.
Yeah, 10 high rainbow board, very dry.
That Washington quarterback is nice, bro.
You're supposed to knock the ball down, not up.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Dude, just
He
hand it
was
back.
standing on like the 30-yard line, threw that thing like 70 yards in the air. It's like,
He's a
I
beast,
bet you
bro.
know that.
That nigga,
It
he's
seems
a
like they
beast.
set it up.
Skinny guy.
Yeah.
All right.
Wow.
No, not-
Michael, new to the table. He's going to come in with a straddle. We're going to play 1, 2, 5.
he got
the way
He
that you
got
do
something.
that.
I don't know what it
One guy
is.
behind the crowd, one guy in
Oh,
front.
yeah,
One
he's
guy-
calling to the
There's a
fans.
guy behind the crowd and one in front
He's
of
the
him.
guy who
So
flipped
that
it up in
if
the
they
air,
keep it like
yeah.
that, they got a chance to get it.
He got
So you now need to break up cumulative winnings because Tiny lost that pot getting rivered again. So I think he's still throwing the party
Is he
by a
throwing
long
the
shot.
party?
I think he is.
gonna get the whistle every time.
Like inviting all his friends here and just
Miss T bumps it
throwing
up
his
to
money
20.
around.
Thing is good. Nice.
The rookies are always playing well because they don't have no tape on them.
Adrian with a 3-6 suited. Makes the call.
Reed kid that plays
He's
for
got
Indiana,
position on Miss T.
freshman. Golly.
Tesla just calls.
They'll lose next week.
I think Ace Queen is a 3-bet hand with a limper in
Kind of go
there.
either way there. I mean, the call's better.
I
If you're closing
probably-
the action. There is a
yeah.
straddle behind.
He's out of
it.
position for the rest of the hand, so I don't
Yeah.
hate it. And Adrian flops a gut shot straight flush draw.
In the beginning of the
He needs a 5 or a spade.
I think he plays kickoff.
Ms.
5 of
T with the
spades.
king and Tesla with the ace of spades.
This can
So,
get interesting.
All purpose guy.
This could very easily be $1,000 pot.
He's
With
an
the right
eight.
run out.
He runs
Oh wow,
But
Tesla
that's
lets
away
it
from
go.
his, naked ace of spades there.
6 ball.
Just to make it interesting.
Yep. Gives Adrian a pair to go
He's got
along
even
with the
more.
straight flush draw.
Look at the number of outs at the top of the screen.
Yeah, he's
Even
got
if you
17
remove card removal, he still has 17 outs.
I like his chances here. He can hit a 3, a 6, a spade, a 5. He's got half the deck almost.
Yes. And I'd never hit when I have half the deck.
No, that's
you
too
gotta have
many
a 2
outs.
outer to hit. Yeah,
Too
that's
many
too
outs.
many outs, right?
He gets it.
Oh!
Flushy, flushy. That's a scary card for Miss T. She's going to check it.
Almost a straight flush, not quite. Needed the
286 in the pot. Adrian, I want to see like a $80 bet, something she can call. I like that bet.
He lost a couple family, very important family people, and he was able, the school took him in.
He does a lot of
$75.
spades
Beautiful.
come along for the ride, though.
Beautiful small bet. It's just a call me bet.
Right, he
Just
was
like-
the pre-flop racer, though, right?
Uh,
Miss T
no,
was,
sh-
sorry.
yeah, she was.
So she can represent the better kings.
Well, he's a 5-star guy.
But yeah,
She did a great bet, Adrian. A small enough bet. She has to pay it.
she knew it got there.
Yeah.
Freshman, right?
Yeah. He's unbelievable. I mean, he came into that
Good,
game
good play. Well played.
12 plays.
I like all parts of that, Adrian.
He is hitting the river better than most. And he hit the turn on the all-in against Joe as well.
My tickets for that.
That just proves that he's a better player.
He is. He's absolutely.
All right. He can hit 2 outers and 20 outers. Tiny throwing the party down 834 for the night.
The reg collecting with 816.
What we don't have
Tesla's
on
still up
here
there,
is
plus
Mariachi
641.
Mike's $500 loss.
Mm-hmm.
If you're looking at those numbers and saying that is poker's a zero-sum game. So if you look at those numbers and you go, wait a second, why is there so much green and so little red? Because 500 of it's on the outside table.
Yeah, it does.
As much as more. Like,
Oh, yeah, it
they
does.
used to. Really?
Oh, yeah.
You think so?
Go to someplace like A&M and go to someplace like Tennessee where it's so
Oh,
loud.
you're right about that.
It's so loud in
You're
those
right about
places,
that.
man.
But
Golly.
a good team can overcome that.
I don't know. I mean, they try to say Tennessee pumps in crowd noise because it's so loud there.
We have to wait for the action tracker to catch up. We got a couple of folds there. And then Prezzi's doing something. Waiting on production.
Who's winning, the Yankees? No. Yankees are losing 3-0.
Now's when I want to play the Jeopardy theme song. Do, do, do.
Here we go. All right, so Prezi raised it up with the King 9.
17 to go with King 9. That's different.
He's like, I got to
for
play a
Prezzi.
hand.
Uncharacteristic of Prezzi.
I trade calls with Ace 5 suited on the button.
I love it.
GTO World says 3, bet that.
Yeah, I agree.
And he's at A&M.
I do like the call against Prezzi, though. He's got a 3%
He's not in there.
PFR, so you got to put some respect on that one.
There must be so many good guys in front of him.
Yeah, they got a lot of good receivers
But
up
when
there.
you see kickoffs and punts at him,
Oh, he's going to continue with nothing. He totally misses the flop, and he continues
I
a
watched
little
him
bit
on
too
the
small, though.
FaceTime.
He should have made it like 30 to go.
I watched these
Small enough that
kids all come
I
in.
treat
Let's
it might be enough to
Now,
thin
you
the
can-
field.
You could go very small.
If he
multi-way.
can, if he can
You're
bet
gonna get the same
again,
folds, same people raising you.
See that catcher from the
is he gonna bluff at it again? Let's do it, Prezzi. I just love the action.
I know his brother.
Well, yeah, he picked up equity here, actually. Picks up a gutter.
Yeah, needs a 10
He played for the Rangers.
for the gut shot.
Oh, yeah, I remember him.
iTrade has
I
the
think you gotta
best
go bigger
hand
on the turn,
and
though.
no draw.
High school shirt that
Picked up equity. He's on a bluff.
I
I
love
like a
it.
larger size here.
It looks like just a call me bet. $30.
But that's the problem.
Oh, yep. It was too small.
You got to remember, you're on the bluff here.
All right, all right. Let's see what happens if he can bluff this off. The Jack of Hearts doesn't change anything. Can he bluff at this? Can he pull the third bullet? That's hard to do. Does he give up? Wave the white flag?
Everybody hates the Yankees
Oh, he's going to do it, and it's going to work. Ace high is not going to call. 158 in the pot.
because of the Yankees.
Oh, do it. Do it.
It's all about the sizing here. That's 60.
Ace high can't call.
40. Another small
It's
bet.
so small.
Small bet, small bet,
So
small
small.
bet. Oh
But-
my gosh.
But iTrade can't call. He has ace high. He can't call. It's going to work.
World Series deals were
He's getting a great price. He's getting
all the time.
4 to 1, 5 to 1,
He was in tears.
Yeah,
Or regular
because he
clothes.
was
$40 to win 200.
the ninth inning catch.
But he's got ace high. He can't call.
Oh, he absolutely can.
Is he going to be a hero?
Like you said, $40 to win 200.
He's getting great odds, but it looks.
He only has to be right like 17% of the time. If you can
Yeah,
convince
if-
yourself that Prezi
yeah.
can bluff,
Yeah, can he bluff me once out of 5 times? It's a profitable call to
once out
make.
of 6 of this, yeah, then you can actually make the call. But that's what you got to ask yourself.
But Prezi, just going by the last 2 hours, is not the guy to bluff and not the guy to fire 3 bullets at it. He's got a monster. That's the story I'm getting.
It's small bets all the way, though.
It's call me bets. It's like, oh my God, he's so strong. He probably
but-
has quads now.
So what hand does that, you think? What hand is strong enough to go
Aces.
small, small, small?
On a dry board like that, who wants to get called? He could easily be. Yeah,
I was trying to rip off.
Come on, yeah!
good job, Prezi.
Number 2, but I got time to play about.
It was so small though, Prezi. Raise it up a little bit next time.
Man, it's the best, bro.
I ended up working out the best for him because the larger size on the turn probably wasn't getting the call there.
Right.
Oh, yeah? That's awesome.
All right, we've got another. Maya in the chat, she does not like this pressure. She says, I'm gonna throw up.
Yep.
Oh, that was a good play, Maya. It was a good play. Give him a hug when he gets home. All right, we got Vince back in the box. He's going to do another double board PLO bomb pot. Remember, this is a $5 ante and a $200 maximum loss, $200 cap.
Yeah, I remember you were singing
Vincent back in the box.
Now our 1-2 streams. This is our last 3-hour $1-2 $2 stream. We're gonna go 4 hours in the future.
Okay.
The players have asked for it, and so they weren't ready for it tonight. I asked Tiny, and he said I was planning on 7 to 10, but in the future 7 to 11 sounds great. So it's gonna be a really fun stream. So we've got 1 hour left on this stream.
Alrighty, well let's see what we got here. These are not great PLO hands in most of their hands.
Well,
right now.
you know,
but you
we
never
get to
know on a bomb pot.
we get to see
any
two
kind of
flops.
board. Yeah, you never know what you're gonna get here.
We got the
So
6,
we're gonna look
4,
for anyone
9.
with an 8, especially if they have like 8, 7, 5.
Yep.
With
Oh
some
wow.
clubs, something like that would be great.
Yeah, some little numbers. The reg with 2 7s, Tesla with 875. He's only got 11% equity though with 875. That's interesting. Who has all the equity? Ms. T with her 7-9 jack.
Yeah, 7-9's got good straight draws on both of them.
She also has a flush draw on bottom.
Tiny has an 8. Looking to hit a boat.
All right. So this is going to be a big hand between, and
Yeah, Tesla had the hand I was calling, except I was saying with a couple clubs.
Yes.
He does not have that. The only club draw just folded. And it was
And-
a straight flush draw at that. It was
and
3
Miss
deuce.
T folds her diamond draw on top or on bottom. She would have had the flush, but that does give.
Yeah, but drawing to a flush on a paired board.
Yeah, on a
or
paired
bomb
board, that's
pot
a good
is-
way to lose money.
So it's a great way to lose money.
Yeah.
And
So
this is
Tesla has a
capped. That
straight on
helps.
bottom to go along with his trips. And
Presley's got 2 pair on each board.
yeah, he needs
help.
He needs a 9, a queen, or a king on the bottom. That doesn't help him. So I think
Well,
Tesla's
both
got
boards
the
are now paired.
Tesla's got the bottom
So,
board
yeah,
locked up. Prezzy's got the top
Prezi
board
has
locked
boat
up.
on the top board.
Yep. Boat versus straight on a. I think Tesla could fold if there's a bet. It's a paired board, and he's got 4 diamonds out there. He does fold.
He does fold.
And Prezzy sweeps it.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Hard to call with the straight on one
It's
board.
really
when you
hard to
got,
call. Yeah, it's having a straight in
when you got a
Omaha is
flush
a good
and
way to
paired
lose
board.
money.
It's not going to work.
Yeah.
The baby monster.
Good job, Prezzy.
Yeah, Presley really didn't have much on that bottom board anyway.
He had nothing on the bottom.
He's got 2 pairs.
Yeah, I paired my
Which
6,
is really rough.
but he had a boat on top, and
That was enough to push the edge. Yep.
Yep. Cup and I were talking about that yesterday. He's like, well, I didn't bet because I didn't have anything on bottom, and I knew he had quads on top, and I go, that's when you fire at it and make the guy fold. Oh, I didn't think of that.
Yeah, if it works easier when it's uncapped, I can tell you that.
Yes, for sure.
It's hard to put enough pressure in the capped game.
Yep.
To fold out some of those and not end up
We
topping
did
it
raise
anyway.
the cap from 100 to 200, and that helps a little bit.
Back when I first went into Steve's games and everything.
So are you developing?
All right, the reg raising it up with a suited queen 10. And he's got a couple callers here.
Sunday auction thing that they do all the time.
Yeah, we live stream.
Tesla just saw that 6-4 work, so he's going to go with it. It actually connects pretty well with this flop.
We have a blast. We do it for a few hours.
And that quickly checked through.
There's a live chat. There's like 50, 60 people in the room.
His T was second pair. Just going to go ahead and fire.
Listen to me and my wife.
But the reg also picks up a flush draw, straight flush draw at that.
Popular pop culture while we're watching.
Imagine Adrian folds his 3rd pair, and Tesla could do a number of things with open ender still.
He's open-ended. I think he sticks around.
Oh, it's fun. Yeah, you don't have to buy anything. People
Well,
just come
the reg bumped it up.
hang out.
So
that changes
I think
things.
that changes things quite a bit.
That changes everything.
You could already be behind a made straight at this
Yep.
point. So drawing to 1 would be Foolish as
I
ever.
hate drawing dead and getting there.
How about that? The reg takes down queen high.
Let's go.
Hold on to your wallet.
That's how you do it.
All of a sudden, oh my God, yeah, there's a bidding war. Somebody's gonna pull something up, and all of a sudden you're gonna see it. Doesn't matter what category it is, you know. And then all of a sudden you're like, oh crap, I need that, and you're gonna start bidding. Yeah. And your wallet's gonna go, ow.
Yeah.
First of $2.
Personal pan pizza.
Oh, somebody talking with the pizza already?
Oh. Two. Oh, two.
I heard about PPT.
Let's see how Tiny feels about 6'3" suited versus 5'3". Or is it straight to the muck?
Not nearly as good.
Apparently not.
He likes one gappers, not two gappers.
Hot food, that's all. Okay. Then he's got snacks, though.
And iTrade's just going to win the hand from the hijack with ace high.
Yeah, there was not a whole lot there. For it, but
Sometimes it be that way.
Usually have some fruit back there.
The pizza, Kristen, phenomenal. They've got a air fryer back here they cook that pizza with, and it's nothing special. The pizza's nothing special. I think it's like maybe Red Baron or something. But the way they cook it in that air fryer, it is so good.
yeah, the crust comes out perfect.
So good.
It elevates it for sure.
And, when you're sitting here playing poker and all you have are, a bag of peanuts or a bag of chips or maybe a candy bar to go through, that pizza's great.
I have burned the roof of my mouth on many pizzas here.
Hot and ready for
And
Little
may do so
Caesars.
again right after this.
Me too, same. I'm going to tell Fanny to cook us up a Supreme.
Lions game.
Adrian calls $45.
Oh my God, I heard about that. I was like, oh my
So Adrian makes it 20, gets a couple of callers. Miss T makes it 65 with King Queen suited. Adrian calls.
This is out of position though, and the three bet's just not big enough.
Tesla
And
with pocket threes calls, and Woody on the button with 4-5 suited. He's going to close action. There's $237 in the pot. It's only going to cost him $45.
yeah,
He's
this,
going to make
this is the problem with this sizing is now you've just created a bloated pot. It's out of position both ways. It's a worst case scenario. You can draw up worst case scenario. It just got divided by not playing
Ooh,
large.
however,
enough for
she
the
flops the nut flush draw,
It is a draw.
and
then.
she's just going to rip $100 in,
150, I
125,
think. She threw 125. Okay.
125.
That's
Oh, no, it is
150.
150.
I thought I saw
Adrian-
two greens at first, and then I saw one.
Yeah, Adrian's got top pair. Great kicker. Tesla's got bottom set. I didn't even see that. And Woody's got a pair and a straight draw.
Yeah.
Tesla, rip it in.
This is crazy.
All in, Tesla. You got everybody covered. Let's get rid of those draws. Whoa.
Well, he may get looked up by Ms. T.
He does. He says I'm
He
all
says,
in.
no, I think he said raise to 400, which is essentially
Yeah, it
puts everyone else.
yeah,
all
it
in.
covers everyone. I mean, Adrian's going to have some change afterwards.
Did it the less scary way by announcing an amount, right? Yeah, and Ms. T does snap call with the. Flush
Come
draw.
on, Woody, get lucky.
And Adrian's just like, what the heck? This is where you don't like having just an ace.
Yeah, that's a fold. And he's got 2% chance of winning this hand.
He's like, I even have the jack of clubs here. That's not bad. But the things that make this play are precisely what you're in against. Not flush draws, sets,
Yep.
potential flop straights.
Yeah, he needed to come out like ace, jack.
I mean, you'd feel better even with ace five, ace deuce going for the straight there as well.
Bink. The boat. Or the flush. So she was getting backup chips and she puts them back on the shelf.
We already had that discussion.
She's not going to need them.
There's only round one.
That's all right. Tesla's still up.
William
Will.
What's
How you doing,
happening?
Will?
Doesn't feel so good.
Will
when it
Straddle.
happens to you, right, Steve?
It is Will Straddle.
What's happening?
Yeah, I agree. I understand.
Kristen says, "Come on, Woody, get lucky," and he ran away. However, Miss T had the nuts.
Miss T,
King high
there'll be a little
flush.
bonus
Yep.
afterwards, since you took a bunch of money from Steve.
All right.
You're gonna get discount on fireworks next year.
That played out in very logical fashion.
Yeah, that hand was decided when Vince cut the deck. Pocket threes versus the nut flush. It's just gonna all get in.
But you have to fold there. That's always a fold.
You flopped a wonky shot.
Steve does have a. He does sell fireworks.
You just raise.
They were just talking about that.
Yeah, absolutely. Every time.
Dynamite Fireworks Superstore.
Yeah, he's king or something.
If you want to do some pyrotechnics for your next event. Not just for 4th of July anymore. Apparently they do it on New Year's Eve and weddings. I love pyrotechnics.
Yeah, apparently fireworks stand is right by my house.
Oh, Tiny had to fold his
Fireworks are illegal in Minnesota.
The one that he's got those right by my place.
We have to go to North Dakota to buy fun fireworks to shoot off in Minnesota. We have sparklers.
We did
and-
that in Virginia. It was firecrackers, no fireworks.
Yeah, they can't explode or fly in Minnesota. You can have sparklers or like little snappers and snakes and like boring stuff.
We lived in the country. We found ways.
Oh yeah, we blow stuff up. Tannerite and a fridge. Some expired LP tanks. Had 50 yards.
All you had to do was know someone that went down to south of the border, which is a place just across North Carolina, South Carolina border, south of that border.
Yeah, south of that border.
There's a tourist trap there, but that was like a spot that you could go and get fireworks for the places that didn't allow fireworks.
So Kristen in the chat says, "This is the only way I get to see Woody's cards, and I'm his wife." Do you play, Kristen? And fun fact, my wife is also named Kristen. 569 or 679 rather. I was looking at Woody's cards. He's got pocket fives.
Yeah, but Adrian's got two pair here. Feeling very nice in the reg with an open ender and the
iTrade's
backdoor
got a
flush draw.
gutter.
I mean, there's a lot to work with.
Lot to work with. I don't expect the reg to fold.
No,
He's open-ended on a dry. There's no flush draw out there.
so he's got the backdoor flush draw with the another heart comes. So there's a lot of turns he likes.
That's one of them.
That's definitely one.
He
of
likes
them.
that flop. He likes that turn. Adrian can hit a 6 or a 7. And iTrade can hit an 8 to make a bigger straight.
That would be sick.
That would be so sick. Put a straight on the board, and iTrade's got a jack. Checks around.
The reg definitely expected someone to bet
Yeah.
there.
Now,
He's
there's
disappointed by
$200 in the
check
pot. The reg's going to probably bet 75, maybe 50. Just trying
I'd like
to
to
get
see him
called.
go a little bit above that. Like,
Make it look bluffy.
I don't even think it's that bluffy to go a little above that. Like he could go 125 or something like that and look pretty standard. But that
It just
checked
checks
through.
around again.
Wow. How does that check through with the straight versus two pair?
Maybe he was hoping somebody else bet at it.
Yeah, but once it checks through on the turn, you can't hope on a blank
Yeah.
river that the person who checked on the turn is going to suddenly fire on the river.
Maybe a misclick on Joe that time. The reg,
Yeah.
a rare misclick from the reg.
He's been playing really strong here tonight. He's made a couple plays that we haven't seen on prior streams. Yeah, I think he definitely missed a bet there though.
Yeah, I would have liked.
There's a very large calling range.
Yeah.
And after it checks through on the turn, you just can't risk it checking through on the river again.
I agree.
Let me guess, Tiny.
I'm changing my answer.
Final answer?
Final answer. He should have bet 100.
Queen 9 suited. He's betting here. 15 or 20?
20 to go.
Takes it
Takes
right
it
down.
down. Uncontested.
Standard play.
So, Kristen, where do you normally play? Do you like to play home games? Do you like to play at casinos? Do you play? I think I heard that most of these people are over from the Rockwall area. I might be wrong on that. But where do you like to play at? Is it mainly home games? My wife has only played home games. She doesn't play in the casino. She doesn't play in the card rooms. She only plays home games and bar league. She respects money too much. Oh, Prezi, he's gonna win another one with pocket queens.
Uh-oh.
Makes it 20
Let's
to
see if he
go.
can make more money with the queens than he did with the aces, right?
Knock on wood. Tiny's
Tiny's
gonna
going to
come
get
out
in
with
there,
a
so there's a
suited ace.
chance.
Oh, Prezi makes it 25 to go.
He's-
Adrian calls with a 5-6 suited. Adrian likes those suited connectors. I do.
Yeah, in position especially.
I love suited connectors.
He's making a lot of calls with those in late position. We're checking, but I haven't not seen the flop yet. So it looked like we checked through and we're on the turn.
Yeah, we're
here.
on the turn already. So
It looks like Tesla's action hasn't gone in for some reason.
iTrade's indented, so his action. He folded.
Oh yeah,
What happened was he folded.
Tesla called. It looked like
We
He
got
has
to back
cards.
everything up. Right, but iTrade doesn't have any cards in front of him. He folded pre-flop.
Right.
So now Vincent's telling TiVo what the action was.
I
so
saw a
he's gotta
turn
back
out
up and
there as
fix
well, and I think it was a 10.
It. Yeah,
And I think it might have been a 10 of clubs, which would be very spicy.
that would be very spicy. Adrian and Tiny both having a
It
flush
was.
draw. Oh no!
Okay, flush does
All
not
right.
get there. But Tiny and I.
So he is one street behind the action.
There we go.
Maya says Rockwall. And Prezi's got 2 queens, and Maya can breathe again.
Tiny checks there, knowing that his ace might actually be good here. Well, he's got the 8 as well. Yeah, that could very well be good at showdown.
Let's pull up those cumulatives and see how Prezi's doing now. He's not playing a lot, but when he plays, he wins.
Or chops with the 5-3.
Or chops. Chops with the 5-3. Well, it's aces against 5-3s and nuts. Prezi's up almost $400 in this home game. That's
Greg,
fun.
killing it. Ms. T has had some nice hands.
Tiny's
And
down a
still throwing the party.
2 bullets.
Every time I look, that number just gets worse for him.
It's getting bigger and bigger in the wrong way. It's really not going his way.
It is
Like
not.
he's missing draws.
Yeah, he's been rivered a couple
And
times.
Prezi, back-to-back hands. He's got pocket kings now.
Oh my
Let's make it
gosh.
25 again, Prezi.
No. Michael already opened to 15.
Oh,
Queen
let's
Jack
make it
suited.
55. Oh, 60. I love it. And Adrian's got ace-jack. What's he got to do?
This
With
hand
a raise
hit him
and a
earlier.
re-raise?
I think he's just going to flat.
Yep.
It's really, you really don't want to be in the habit of flatting 3 bets, not closing action.
Michael.
Very, very dangerous prospect. Michael is definitely going to call here because we saw him defend earlier with Queen Jack off.
Yep.
So
Yep. Now he's
I would
suited.
imagine if you're doing that, you're doing it with the suited.
All right,
already.
Maya, you watching this? 5-7-5. That's a very good board for Prezi. I want to see a bet, Prezi.
Super safe.
Oh, this might get him paid now. He's got 2 kings against Michael, who's got top pair now. Michael's going to fire at it. How much does Michael have? 349. Prezi is willing to lose $349 right now with 2 kings. Michael needs a queen and a queen only. A jack will not help him.
We have not seen a lot of aggression from Prezi. And when we've seen a bet, it's been smaller sizes. But this would be a great spot to just kind of click it back.
No, he's
When
gonna.
he gets here.
It's not in him. He's gonna call and let Michael bet. He's got the nuts. Michael thinks he's good right now. He's got top pair with a great kicker. $284. I bet you a beer. He puts it all in right now, and I win my beer bet. Nope, I didn't. I lose my beer bet. He does 110. Does Prezi call or ship it? I think He does call.
He just called because of the paired fives. Yeah, he's,
Yep. We have some ahs, oohs and ahs. Boom. Prezi, another pot shifted his way. Let's go.
Another pot. They definitely missed a little bit of value there, but he'll take it. He'll take it for sure.
He's playing it safe and he's stacking chips. Nothing wrong
There
with
weren't
that.
a lot of fives in the 3-bet defense.
No,
So
not
you
in
didn't
your,
really need to
not
worry
in
about
your
those.
raise and then call a 3-bet
So
range.
He
doesn't
doesn't
have a
really
lot
have a
of
reason to be
fives.
worried about the 5, and in which case his kings are just super nutted there.
Yeah, I agree. But he's stacking chips. He can't hate
He's stacking
that.
chips. Can't hate that. No.
Woody with an ace 10. Woody folded ace 10. Kristen, what do you think about that fold?
Was it suited or off? I didn't
It was
see
offsuit. He had 2 flush draws.
Okay. That early position. That's still okay. It's okay.
I don't hate it.
Yeah, the reg had a nice even gapper there in the low jack. It likes to muck that one.
Maya's
Tiny
cool.
with the offsuit version of 5-3. Not
It's-
worth the raise, just a limp.
Just a limp. He's calling. Tesla with 2 sevens. Maya, she's screen capturing these hands and posting them on Facebook. Tesla with pocket sevens into a. He's gonna call. I trades 6 deuce suited.
Yeah,
$25
Tiny's never
raise.
folding.
Tiny's grinning to himself. He's got, I got 3
we
5.
told him so many times though, the offsuit variety is not the best hand.
He does hit a 3, but with an ace and a queen, it happens to be.
Everyone's got exactly the right kind of hand to let this check through.
A third club out there. Nobody has. Tesla has
Tiny
a
picks up a
7
gutter.
high flush draw.
There's gutters all around.
Somebody can represent, and I trade who raised pre-flop is going to fire a bet. 100 out there. Make it $40. Good bet. Ooh, a little bit bigger. I love it. $60 with
70.
6 high.
$75
$75 with
yeah.
6 high. That's a great bet. I trade. You're going to get Tesla to fold his sevens. Michael and Tiny don't have anything. They're not going to stay with you. Unless Tesla gets suspicious, he does let it go. Quick folds from Michael. Tiny
And he was the only one with the club as well. So
does let it go. Woo! Woo! Let's go. I trade. Do you have any idea what NQ means? His name is I trade NQ. I don't know what NQ means.
no, I have some possibilities in my mind, but I'm not sure. So
Is it I was thinking it's like a stock thing, but like I trade Bitcoin or something. Is
well,
it-
if it was a stock thing, then you'd be thinking like NASDAQ in Q. Would make sense. But could be not sure.
I don't know.
That would have been a good thing to ask prior to the stream.
I didn't think that far ahead.
I was busy getting stacked on the outer table and then running into the booth to commentate, so I missed that.
That was
So we got Adrian opening it up with the King Jack offsuit and Tiny flatten also with some offsuit broadways.
Tiny, what is your favorite hand?
5-3 suited.
Nah, bro. All these years?
All these years.
I should have called it the well, it was Javier that was wrecking me with that crap.
Bit of a disconnected ace high board that's going to get a lot of checks. Yeah, this if anyone decides to breathe on it, they'll probably take this down, but not very likely.
Chips.
Tesla could with position. He's going to go ahead and represent that 9. Very logical that he would have checked the 9 on the flop. He could therefore bet it on the turn.
That's fine, That's 3.
Prezi's birthday is on the 31st.
oh
Reading in the
Halloween.
chat.
Let's go.
Yeah.
What are you doing for Halloween? I missed it. What they say?
So getting saucy nugs.
No idea.
I told you we're gonna get famous.
You're gonna have a whole new vernacular once we're done with this.
Oh my gosh, I've learned so much already.
Queen 6 in middle position is enough for a call from Tiny. And we have a straddle, a $5 straddle on.
Yeah, he's just looking for some hands to play.
Burnt out.
I mean, we've seen some big hands go around, but we've also seen a few players kind of go card dead for stretches.
Yeah, Tesla makes it 26 to go with Jack 9 suited.
Yeah.
Miss T calls, and they're going to go heads up
Again,
with pocket 2s versus Jack 9. And the problem with pocket 2s, we've already talked about, is you don't like any flop that does not have a 2 in it. Just going to check around, and the 5 pops out.
But on the flip side there, like I said before, it makes it easy to play, which is not a
Oh,
bad
and she
thing.
gets a straight now.
Easy to play is a great thing in poker.
1, 2, 3, 4,
Things that
5.
make easy decisions.
So it goes check, check, check,
love it.
check. Bet 50 on the river, and it's an easy fold for Tesla, who just had Jack high.
You know how I know?
You'll have to see it. You gotta watch the tape.
I mean, deuces are easier to play than eights.
Deuces are easier to play than
You know where you stand with deuces.
Yeah, you know there's 3 overcards on the board.
I want to be like, I want to be that good. Kenny Rogers. Just like you. Oh, wonderful.
Yeah.
They want you first to go. So. No. No. $2. Raise 15. Oh.
Tiny's got a pocket pair, goes ahead, raises it up.
Makes it 15 to go.
And Michael with
Michael's
the same
got the
pocket
same
pair.
pocket pair.
I think their outs are gone.
Miss T calls with 2 overs. She's got 56% equity in this hand. Woo!
All spades.
Tiny's equity increases because he has the only flush draw.
That's the most chips he's seen since he's been to the grocery store.
He is Mo, bro. I was gonna be in for my birthday. He is Mo.
Michael bluffs at it and
He
takes
did.
it down. Way to go, Michael.
Oh, wow.
I did not see that coming.
Little position bet.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I started to make you wait.
You get 2 checks. Let's just fire at it and take it down with 2 6s. Well played, Michael.
I thought you were younger than me. It's a good life you live.
So, $2.
I don't know about that part.
No. 22.
Suited king. I think Tiny gets in there with that.
Oh,
$5, good lord.
He says 5 straight, and iTrade says let's make it 25.
I knew it was coming. That's why
20.
I was at 5.
20 goes Jack 8. Tesla's going to at least call with 8 10 suited.
You gotta 3 up you, yeah, at least. Yeah.
3 bet. Cold 4 bet coming in.
Yeah, everyone else gets out of the way.
All right. Cold 4 bet coming in.
3-1.
All right, we got $63 in the skillet. Ace 2 6 on the flop. Nobody hits it.
As Tiny would say if he was in here in the booth, a big old nothing burger.
A big old nothing burger. Whoever's the most aggressive is going to win this hand,
Flip it up.
and it's going to be iTrade.
Well, as soon as he's done,
Not surprised by that.
Problem.
we gotta do it.
No, the 10's going to fold.
And he's the one who bumps it up pre. He can represent all the
Yeah,
strongest aces.
yeah,
No
he
one
can
else
go.
can.
I've got the dime. I've got the ace.
That's a head the whole time.
Not just the ace, but the strong one.
Yeah, I can't believe it.
It's a good one.
That's crazy.
Terrible.
Prezzi's VPIP is up to 20%. That's nice.
Terrible bad beat right there. How do you play that? I can't believe
It
it.
was starting to get a little activity there. Greg found some hands, got his all the way up to 25%. Woody
Maya,
at the bottom is still at 16, but
Shout out to my team.
our dealers get
Remember who the rebuy.
paid well, actually. Texas dealers get paid well. I have a lot of friends who have moved here from Minnesota, Michigan, Vegas, Florida, because Texas players tip well, and the dealers make a good living.
I think, and a part of that too is Texas players play bigger pots.
They
even
do.
at the lower
They
stakes.
really do. Everything's bigger in Texas. The pots, the tips. A 1-2 game in Texas is like a 2-5 game anywhere else.
Check.
you're in the right 1-2 game, it plays like 5-10 some places.
Facts.
We got a lot of people in this hand.
Yeah, it's like Texas heads up.
Yeah, we just kind of agreed on a family pot here.
I trade with the top pair and a great kicker bets $15. Now he's got 2 pair.
Now that's a very coordinated wet board there.
Yep. Woody turns a
flush
flush
draws.
draw with bottom pair. Tiny doesn't have any part of this. It's going to check around.
A lone jack wins. That's going to scare everyone in shutdown mode.
Sam. This way.
Yep, 2 pairs going to win. I trade is going to pick up a $100 pot, add $80 to his stack. Lots of places you can learn to deal, Maya. Are you a player also? A lot of dealers start out as players.
You get a Whataburger with mayo or with the high conch mustard?
Oh, no, I always take the mustard off.
Yeah,
Put mayo on
put
it.
mayo. I'm the same way, man. Sub mayo.
Gotta
All the
get
time.
Dijon mustard. Huh?
Dijon.
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 Throw some cheese on that.
Got a few more lips happening again. Maybe the family pots are catching on. All right. Reg says, I got Jack 8 offsuit. No one's showing any interest. Let's bump it up and figure out who does have some interest. In a typical Texas fashion, a few people call. We'll wait for the action to catch up on that, though.
Checks around on that flop.
A few 3s in play, but not much else. No one with a 6, no one with a 9. Got the diamond draw going for Michael. That's going to be enough for him to bet
Yeah,
out
Michael's got a pair and a diamond draw. Adrian's got the...
at it. Aaron's got a gutter.
Yeah, he needs
Double
a-
gutter. Yeah, 4 or an 8.
He lets it go.
Tesla with the 3 is suspicious.
Heads up.
But even
Yeah, Tesla
He
was
is
in bad
behind.
shape. He needed a jack that was not a diamond.
yeah, the 7-5 was interesting. The double gutter that actually had a bit more
that had
working.
some equity. Maya says, Prezi tries to teach me, but I'm bossy and I won't listen to my big bro.
That bossy can work as a dealer.
Yeah, boss them around. Get in the box. Pitch cards, push pots, and boss people around. I love it. Uh-oh. Big pot warning. Tesla with pocket aces. Michael with ace queen.
Tesla limps.
Over under $1,000.
So Michael's going to open the betting here.
This pot's going to be big.
Yeah, Tesla's definitely going to repop this when it gets around.
Yep.
The question is how big.
Michael made it 15. He's going to make it like 50.
He's got to go a lot bigger than that. With all these callers, at this point, you got to go like almost 90.
Mediocre Poker in the chat says this game looks juicy. This is Tiny's college home game. I agree he should make it bigger. I didn't.
Is he going 70, 65? Yeah, 65.
Wow, ace queen just snap folds? I did not see that coming.
To the limp raise. Yeah, he's seen this play. What does this play usually? It's usually queens plus or ace king.
Yeah.
All those have ace queen, just absolutely crushed.
Yeah, that's
Absolutely, totally crushed.
wow. An acey deucey.
Ms. T, though, is
T.
like, I've got a stack. I'm willing to gamble. And
Ace queen would have got himself in a lot of trouble. Tesla has the ace of spades.
so, yeah, this pot's going nowhere. And he kind of knows it.
So far from me.
Yeah. He tries a little tiny itty bitty value bet,
All you can do there.
and You know, he's like, I've got everything. That would have been so interesting if Michael came along with Ace Queen.
It's immediate. It's running live, so it's ready to.
That mediocre poker. There was a seat open earlier. You done missed it.
Yeah, you got to be in the room when a seat becomes open. Get on that alternate list, brother.
All 3 hours.
I think he knows the drill.
I am still impressed that Michael folded Ace Queen.
I'd like to thank everyone that's still with us tonight, watching, chatting.
Adrian makes it 30 to go with Ace 10.
We've seen him do that. It's been a while, but we saw him do that earlier tonight where he had the really large opening size. Trying to remember what hand he did that with earlier.
It's called Tiny Place.
Deuce tray 8. Checks around on the flop.
Tiny's Castle, yeah. Sometimes you run around with that joker.
And Adrian is going to win on the turn.
The little Chester.
What does it have on it? It has poker, old poker joker on it? Where do you get those hats?
I don't know. He ordered it online somewhere. I don't know.
The huge, when you watch his, when you go to his YouTube channel, it's gonna be what's the guy's name? One cut.
Yeah, Captain Underpants.
Captain Underpants.
We do have seats open on the outside table. They're playing 1-2 round of each
Captain Underpants is funny though.
with a $500 max buy-in. I expect some of these players to jump into that game in the next half hour when they're done on stream. We've got 45 minutes left on the broadcast.
Uh-oh, the reg with the real hand. Ace Jack suited. I expect him to bump this up.
Yeah, Woody makes it 10 to go with a king 6
60.
of hearts. That's healthy.
That's very strong. He's been going with these larger sizes, even in position on the original razor.
Yeah, I
And,
trade with Queen 10. He wants to call, but that's so much. He's like, this is such a pretty hand, but that is so much money.
Yeah, you can't do that there.
One in Austin.
I mean, they have a.
And Woody's been the tightest player at the table, so that's. If he's looking for the fold, he probably didn't need to go that big. And if he gets called, he's not loving it really at that point.
On the dealer button, if you win the hand, he gets the tip.
Oh, okay.
All the times I've been down there, I've never asked to go see their production room.
I think Joe said if you win the hand, you get to tip.
I think he was explaining the money
the
stacked on the
dealer,
button there.
the dollar on the dealer button.
Yeah.
Yeah, something fun the players do is they put a dollar on the button, and when the player in the dealer position wins, the actual dealer gets the tip. That makes way more sense than what I thought.
Yeah,
was
and
happening.
they stack it up.
Yeah,
It's
I've
fun.
seen it build up pretty good.
Yeah, you
Even
get-
people adding $1 a time. I've seen that build up to like $30, $40. Just waiting for someone on the button to
Wait for
win,
that
so the
button to
dealer
win.
gets the tip. And especially when the dealers change out, that could be really interesting.
Yep.
How hard is it to get
A little motivation to get some extra hands dealt, hoping to pick up that tip before the next dealer comes in.
Yes.
We were very fortunate because of the situation.
All right.
And it looks like we're switching out here. If you have trouble telling Vincent and Bob apart, you can just look at the hair.
Yep. Or lack of.
Tesla and all those other people on.
Yeah, I mean, but they do the same kind of thing though. Like a money, I think.
We got Bob back.
We got great dealers here.
Bob back in the box. That's a lot of bees. Doing a double board bomb pot.
So the guys we see on TV flying in, but they're not from that area.
Well, some of them do, but some of them live down there too. A lot of those high stakes guys.
Just a reminder for those of you who are new to viewing poker streams or Texas poker in general, on our dealer change, we do a $5 ante double board PLO bomb pot. So PLO means you get 4 cards. You have to use 2 cards in your hands, and you have to use 3 cards on the board. Bomb pot means we all throw in a specified amount. In this case, it's $5, and we go straight to the flop. And double board means we're going to play 2 hands. We're going to have 2 boards.
And so Doug came
So
over
put all
here
those
one
words
day,
together, and we have a
but he just came to
double
hang out.
board
So
PLO
we sat
bomb
back
pot,
for an hour or so.
and we're going to
And, so Doug
immediately
kinda,
chop up
got to
this
know each
pot,
other a little bit.
and
He invited
the
us to come down for
winner of the
coffee.
top board gets half of it, and the winner of the bottom board gets the other half.
So we went down.
I am very bad at PLO bomb pots because I think half the board is good, and I put in a lot of money on second nuts, and I end up losing it all.
Yeah, it's also a good way to get quartered when you're on one board.
Yep.
Very easy
Especially
for someone
if you
else to
have a
have the same
straight.
hand.
Like
If
I've
you have
got the
straight,
nuts,
yeah.
I've got a Broadway on the top, and so does somebody else. So you chop that one with them, and you lose the entire other board, and you're like, well, that wasn't very fun at all.
Yeah, straights get very dangerous.
We do cap our double board bomb pots on the dealer change to $200 max loss,
He was very genuine about,
just to kind of protect the players from themselves.
you know, I mean, it was
All
really
right.
cool just to sit and talk to him for a while. It really was. Yeah, he was very, very nice to us. And he didn't need to come over here. And he came over.
All right. Well, we got a very 2 very different boards here. It's interesting to see who can manage to actually
And he did anyway.
play both of these boards. Ms. T with flopped quads
That's a
and
good
top
hand.
pair on the other board has every incentive to just go ahead and start building this pot up.
Yeah.
The room he was talking about.
There is no nut flush draw on the top board.
She does lead out with a
So that's
pot
gonna be
size bet of
tricky.
$45.
Had they
And that's the other thing. She has, if she can make everybody fold, she just picks up both pots on
Tesla has a potential straight flush draw on the bottom board, which would be a sick way to lose
Oh,
quads.
wow. Yes, it would.
But he has nothing really working on the top. So
Michael's got pocket
stay there.
aces, which is nothing on this board.
no, and not even with a club or a diamond suit. Right?
Like, he could get running spades on the top board. He does make a call, but it's so hard to fold 2 aces.
At least in the
An
first
ace on the
barrel.
bottom for a full house, it's no good.
Is he the only one?
I've ever had it.
Oh, wow. He's the only one still in the pot. It's going to be very tough for her to get more
Very
money out of him.
interesting.
He does have the play for the gut shot Broadway.
All right, king on top.
It does not hit that. That may kill her action right there.
Oh, Texas Mike?
It goes check, check. Now he's got
That guy's crazy.
3 pair on
She's
the
just going to
top.
go for it here. She's
She's gonna
one
win with
board
a
locked.
boat. She's got a boat. King's full of 5s. Did they? Oh, she bet 100 on the river, and he called 100. She's got a full house and quads.
Well, not a full house.
Oh, not a full house. Not a full house. Kings. Trip
Trip
kings.
kings. Yeah.
See, that's that PLO thing where you have to play 2 boards or 2 cards in your hand.
Well, I had to vote on
Oh, did, yeah.
So she's got king, 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 queen, jack on top. She
Quad
can't play the
sevens with
king,
a
king, king, 7, 7,
10
or the king,
kicker
king,
on
king,
the
5, 5.
Not like that matters, right?
I set it in my mind.
Draw, I folded.
I was like 30.
Hey, if you ever have a chance to go to Austin, let me know Brittany lives there. And it's an amazing place.
All right, let's pop up. What do you want to watch? Cumulative?
Yeah, we had to look
That
at it
is
a little
the
bit.
most important
We're
stat.
pretty sure we got to make sure Tiny is still throwing the party for his
Throwing
friends,
the
and
party
he is.
by.
Early morning, tried to get
He has put in a grand.
If you
in a
add up the
1-2 game.
rest of the players, Adrian, Woody, and Michael,
I saw,
Tiny's got them beat.
I saw a guy with
Miss T is having a good time. She's up $727. The reg is up over 1,000.
yeah.
Prezi, you got to win or lose at least $1. 666 is not a good cumulative winning to have.
That should have been easy for
I didn't even look at your cards. I just
I had, yeah. That's not bad.
Yeah, I never.
I
My cards were so
I know
good. I
Mark,
didn't look at
so I like.
yours. Yeah.
Says Miss T is having fun.
At least you beat that. 'Cause I was a-
Yeah,
I
right.
didn't get the-
Maya says, "You go, girl."
a couple hands on Omaha.
You gotta play a lot.
Gerardo says Miss T is killing it.
A lot of people think on the flushes, like, I got a flush. You don't have those 2 cards.
Maya's laughing.
With Omaha?
Yeah. I mean, every turn you're beat.
Yeah, I never even looked at your cards. I just knew mine was so
And then I had ace.
The reg makes it 30 with king jack included. Adrian calls with pocket threes. Michael comes along with a queen jack. We got 3 players for the
It's
flop.
fun hands here.
Queen 10-10.
And
This
that's
might
fun
get
flop for king jack and queen jack.
yeah, king jack.
It'll be very easy
Open-ended.
for the threes to get out of the way, but
Michael's got top pair with a good kicker.
Greg's got the open ender and backdoor flush possibilities, but it is already a paired board, so both of those draws can be dead potentially.
Yeah, she plays 5 cards.
That's always the challenge here.
Last time I went to Choctaw,
She's really good.
it's like an ambassador for TCA.
Like to see what happens here on the blank turn.
PCH every twice a week that she runs.
Oh, okay.
The reg
I think
checks.
the
Michael
check
bets
call was nice on the flop. Let's see what happens here on the turn.
Vigo and Congress and PLO.
The reg needs an ace or a 9 to make a straight. Needs a king.
Twice a week they
A
do it on
pair.
Sunday and Thursday.
65. I don't think this is going to be enough to push the reg out.
I think it is.
One of them times they had WSOP
Right.
I would have liked to have seen a larger bet there.
and then like I played in the tournament, I busted
Open
out,
ender with 1 overcard.
and they got this. Everybody's around the table. I'm like, what are y'all doing? This is the Congress game.
On a paired board, chasing a straight.
That's a rap song.
He's going to make the call.
That's a rap song.
Michael squirms just a little bit. He's like, what am I up against?
Well, you notice the reg is getting better than 3.5 to 1, and he's only 3 to 1 on his odds.
Oh,
So-
Michael feels way better now.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Full house. He just settled down in his chair. Joseph checks for the last time with king high.
I'm telling you, I saw it.
Pause and no. No
Michael
diddy,
goes all in
no
for
diddy,
$234, and the reg
Yeah.
fold.
But Joe made a correct fold there. I mean, a correct call on the turn. He was getting the right odds for his particular hand.
Oh, diddy.
Just one of the reasons why you really got to make a bigger bet there in Michael's spot. Force Joe to make a mistake, a mathematical mistake, so that even if he does hit it, if he keeps making that play over and over again, he loses money to you in the long run.
Coldest things ever is when Ja Rule came
He's
back
hey, he's on iTunes.
and
Y'all need
50
to look
Cent
him up.
bought all of his
He's on
concert
iTunes.
tickets
Freddie.
to his first show. He comes out there, there's nobody there.
Mark Chilton says no. I don't know what that means.
So, you know, Ja Rule, he went
Caught up on current events, huh?
No.
and
We're not going to go into that.
Okay.
his first big show, Jay-Z found out about it.
All right, the reg's got 2 10s under the gun.
There we go.
Let's make it 15. Yes, sir. Adrian with king 9. Oops.
He just goes for it.
So that when he comes out,
Oops.
there's nobody sitting right there.
That's a short stack. That's not gonna push the 10s out unless there's more action behind it.
They hate each other. They can't stand
$102.
Did you see that time Colbert asked you,
He says there's 20 minutes left on stream. Let's do something.
We got a bit longer to do that.
We do.
Yeah.
They've got, you're right. It's a 15-minute delay.
Might be an early night.
Oh, yeah, 102.
Sweat form.
Action getting caught up.
I will ask you the same question I was asking if you want to call. No.
It's about that time.
You asked, do you want to call? He said no, and I'm going to call.
I have a pair this time.
Bob said verbal is binding.
Said he has a pair of cojones. Pair of 10s versus pair of cojones.
No.
Oh, it's an hour back.
So we go to what, 9:30?
I definitely would have
Are they
preferred to have
running
one.
it?
Oh,
Full
no.
house.
Jeez.
Does
And
not
no one.
matter.
Yeah. It doesn't matter.
The boat.
King, king.
Run it out. Adrian does hit a king on the river that is inconsequential because the reg flops a full house.
Yeah, he needed to go king, king, turn
Yeah.
river.
He was in rough shape.
Yeah, it was very, very thin.
He's going that way.
Hey, nice playing with you guys. Ladies. We'll see you
Oh,
guys.
you see it.
All right, looks like that's going to do it for
Seriously.
Adrian.
For sure.
Yeah, we'll do it.
Oh, well played.
I do believe.
He was not afraid to get in there and mix it up.
Oh no, it was fun. Fun to watch. I believe Tiny's going to get these guys together every
Said
month.
he didn't want to call.
That's the plan.
Yeah.
Life happens sometimes, but we'll see if we can have these guys again next month. That would be super fun.
Got stuck in there, yeah. Don't forget your phone and stuff out there.
Yeah. I'm sure my wife was watching it and saying, bastard.
He still hasn't won. Later, Ryan.
Safe.
See you in a minute.
Gerardo says, flopped a boat. Brutal.
Well, yeah, the reg's been hitting his hands tonight.
Nothing like drawing dead
Max's last name.
on the flop.
The professional player that knocked Lonnie out. He's a big. He's lost a lot of weight.
Is Michael also? Oh, never mind.
Sean Deeb? No, his name is Max.
Tesla picks down the $3 pot.
He's the one that knocked my friend out of the $1 million first place at one star. He got fourth, fifth. That's what took him off. Lonnie was $1 million. Pocket queen.
And what is next at?
It's sevens, and Lonnie checked to him.
Seven came off?
No, he had a straight on the river.
Oh, he had sevens?
It was, I think he had pocket sevens.
And then he
They
hit
got
the
runner,
seven.
runner, and it was so disgusting. Then they chopped. They weren't supposed to chop.
Oh.
Yeah, they chopped right after.
So one above Lonnie, they both.
So
got-
Tiny running out of time to get some of his money back.
Yeah, it's going to be rough to get back to even
It was so
Is that the
gross.
one we were coaching them?
with just 30 minutes left.
I do remember that. We're like, Lonnie, fold everything. Don't say anything. Fold everything. Man.
He's going to have to
Well, the hand before, because I did.
hook Ms. T or the reg,
Flopped the open and straight flush.
get coolered by him. They got those larger stacks to his right. But
Oh yeah, the reg tripled his buy-in.
good luck with that.
$1,500. Queen Jack's a good way to do it though.
Like I knew who he was. and stuff.
except when they both have it.
That was the one doing all the talking.
Yeah, they both have. The reg's got a better percentage. He can make a diamond or a club flush, and Tiny can only make a heart flush.
She hosted that WinStar one.
She's really
No, he's got heart.
really nice.
Oh, yeah.
Michael's got bottom pair.
Middle pair.
Oh, you're right.
Call her down with
Eights.
7 high.
And that is enough.
Celebrity game.
Take it down.
And I said, right there's the proof that Robbie Lou did not cheat. Right there's the proof.
The little thing that's doing like the under her. You didn't see that?
What?
There was nothing there, man.
You mean like the chair vibrating?
Yeah.
Oh, shit, no.
You didn't see
She did
that?
not cheat.
No, it's like.
Listen, I'll bet my life on it. She didn't
She
cheat.
did not cheat.
She did not cheat.
There's no proof. It's absolutely, they found nothing.
We have a straddle on now. Tesla. in
Yeah,
the
we
one
actually
seat.
Doing his money back.
we haven't seen that consistently. So it's good.
Just randomly, Mariachi was doing it.
He was doing it a lot, and then it didn't work out for him.
And I think he tried forcing it a little too much. Michael's gonna let it go. King 10, early position. Not a hand he wants to play.
Highly respected, but a lot of people.
He'll never believe she didn't cheat though. I mean,
But he's, you know,
regardless.
Really nothing to work with all the way around the board here.
Yeah, there's no.
I
money
traded
in
a
the
big
pot.
blind, has by far the best hand.
Yep.
That was a crazy thing. I was watching that too.
I want to see a raise out of iTrade. Make it 20 to go, maybe.
World Series is-
Yeah, and it's going to get fold. And
Make it
that'll
bigger
be it.
because Tesla
Oh.
is straddled. He does make it 30 to go. He makes it really big. And Tesla defends very light with a 4-7 off
This is that,
in position.
now maybe this comes from knowing each other. Maybe he knows
Yeah,
Tesla's
they've
going to
got
defend
they've got
wide.
3 decades of experience.
If you know he's going to defend that straddle at all costs, then
Yeah.
by all means, attack it larger.
iTrade does hit middle pair with a best kicker. There's $61 in the pot. He's gonna bet. It looks like 30.
That damn GTO wizard way. He gets you.
$30. Tesla has no part of it. He just needs to bluff at it or fold.
Well, and there's also so many draws alive here that it's
You didn't have your favorite hand, Steve?
Pocket queen.
it's near impossible to push anyone out.
Plus, nothing.
That's betting into you. Even their bluffs are going to continue.
Lonnie Hardcat.
I had it suited too.
Lonnie Hardcat.
So maybe you can set it up every Monday, every third or fourth.
We can do it once a month.
Yeah.
They are confirming and working out the details.
If that's doable, we'll do it.
Tiny's home game once a month.
But he's going to have to find a way to get his VPIP up here for the streams.
Yeah.
There's enough
Got
people
to
that want to
find some
12%
extra
a little
lips or
light.
some calls. 12%.
people can't cover something. We can always fill the seats.
We haven't seen enough from him. Yeah, but he's got a hand here.
There's always
It looks like he goes with the limp.
Limps in.
Approach.
Miss T with the 9-10 suited bumps it to 20.
You better get these views up on this channel.
What is it?
Now, are we going to get a limp call from Woody, or is he going to take a chance
Is
to
he
squeeze it
setting
here
up
now that there's some callers?
the limp raise?
I'd like to see it with multiple callers there. There
Yes,
we go.
he is. Yes. He's like, I got a short stack.
Absolutely.
Let Ms. T build the pot and get 3 callers, and then I can pile it in.
But anyone who's been paying attention should snap fold here unless you've got an absolute monster pair.
And he's going to pick up $66 uncontested.
Yeah. When the guy who's got a 12% VPIP limp
Yeah.
shoves, you fold.
You're like, that's the nuts.
Oh my god.
Just fold.
And they smoke like at the lodge in Austin.
Oh, is that right?
Oh my god. As soon as you go there, you get high as a kite.
Like in the room?
No.
Right as you walk out the door.
As soon as you walk out the door, you're wow. Honey, I swear I wasn't smoking.
Maya says, girl power. Yes, Miss T.
May I have food coming?
That part. Those things put you down.
I'll show it to you as we get done. It's hilarious.
Yeah, Miss T in her usual Cowboys gear.
How are the Cowboys doing this year?
They are not doing well. But that will never deter Miss T.
Chinese
Nope.
brownies. Man.
Ah,
Die hard fan.
No, never happened.
Absolutely.
Uh-oh. Tesla's got a real hand.
I think someone mentioned once to her, I bet the only thing you don't have is a tattoo of the Cowboys.
No,
she said, oh,
has
yes, I
one.
do.
She has one. All the kings are out. We got Michael with a king deuce folding. Ms. T with a king jack who made a 20 pre-flop. And Tesla rebets it to 60, 75. 75 with pocket kings. That's a healthy bet. Miss T lets
Well,
it go.
I mean, really, he's out of position to
Yep.
that size open. That's perfectly reasonable.
Yep.
y'all go to White Castle in Vegas?
I mean, she had a $20 open there.
And brought back some anyway.
Went less than
Woodsy
4x out of position.
in the chat
Very reasonable.
responding to the Cowboys gear. She says, go Lions.
They don't need any more help.
Are the Lions doing good this year?
They're doing very well.
I think they beat the Vikings last week.
Tuesday and Thursday night.
They're beating everyone.
You win. I didn't go.
That's good.
No. I found out the next day.
Oh, Tiny in a tutu.
You can't put up with Joe. He came back limping. And the next morning he was limping everywhere.
Tiny in a tutu.
Tiny in a zoot suit.
Tutu.
A tutu. That's even better.
Sure canceled. You're all bad.
I don't think they make a tutu
It's not an
tiny
image we
size.
need.
By way of
Go Ravens.
tiny airplane.
Yeah, you're calling out the NFL fans.
Are the Vikings 5-1 now?
I don't know.
I don't believe so.
I put up with that one over there and that one over there.
Hey, what was your song? What was your song to dance to?
So it looks like you and Tiny has stopped topping up, unless I'm missing something here. I don't have a whole lot of puts in front of them.
I wonder if these guys are going to stick around afterwards and play whole stream,
No, it's come.
or if they're going to hit the bar.
Don't touch me. No
Are
more.
we 3 players here?
Oh, my bad.
Ms. T has just got everything here.
Yeah,
She's trying to pick the right bet size, but there is no right bet size here
No,
because
Michael's-
everyone's just going to fold.
Michael's got a gut shot needing a jack, but he has not been. He's not been the type to chase draws. Lets it go. Miss T taking out another one.
No one with anything to pay her there.
Is that written about him?
He was the one supposed to jump out of the car naked, but he couldn't fit.
I'm just going to keep bringing these stats up because I said I would. As long as Tiny was throwing the party. $1,114, Tiny.
The reg's up almost 1,000.
Is this what happens when you get your friends together?
You need better friends.
My, oh my.
I mean, I have no
Reg
idea
and Miss
what
T have found their way through it. Prezi turning in a pretty good night after a very slow start.
That's all you need.
Tesla had a hot start, and he's pulled off. And
Yeah, he got
100.
caught a couple times, and
Stick around. It's gonna be a
Miss T had that one double up off of him right. So.
Prezi's got a nice hand here, a suited king 10.
Gotta bump this one up. Bump it up. Oh, like there's one chip out there.
All right.
He is under the gun.
Maya, tell Big Brother, raise more free.
Everybody's following me.
Raise
Ketchup,
more
mustard.
and bigger size.
Yep. Maya says ketchup, mustard.
Blue.
You're my boy, Blue.
25.
Honey, everybody's doing it. Look back there. They're streaking.
Michael makes it 25 to go with a suited ace 7. Ooh, Prezi lets it
President's
go.
bucks. No. I mean, the only reason Michael makes it that size is because it didn't get raised from early position where Prezi was. If he open raises that, Michael's be very inclined to just flat call there and not 3-bet.
Yep.
You get to the flop.
There we go. The player on the button won the hand, and the dealer collects that toke. I think Joe just suggested a round of straddles to end the stream.
If there one out there, I like the idea.
1, 2, 5.
Let's bump those pots up. Let's see if we can get the rest of Tiny's money on his on this Tiny's home game 1-2
Yeah.
night.
I thought for sure you guys were going to do a Nick game or some sort of prop, game of some
Next time he'll just stay in the booth with me.
I didn't realize it had been so long since.
I think that was the plan, but one of the guys didn't show up, so he said he would jump in there.
Well, Tiny was locked up for so long.
Yeah, he couldn't get it shipped off with the Bears. But,
Yeah, we got about 20-something minutes left in this stream. I'm going to have to put in my pizza order in a little bit.
Yeah, pretty soon. It's Fanny.
He can tell you.
he got that residency and just went bananas with it.
Alright, so we got here.
Was your show right after Usher's?
Put in a pizza order. Get yourself a drink, sir. Let's see what we got here. Absolutely no one with the flush draw going. No cards coming in, which Rezzy's good with the 4.
Well, that was a very boring pot.
Rezzy will take it.
Gotta get it right. Hey, you ever beat Marcus?
Do all these, weird drug trials and stuff, and
Yeah,
He used to do
we
sleep
saw it,
studies
you remember.
like for weeks.
like,
Can't move.
what was the one they did? He did this thing for NASA where he had to stay in bed for like 5 weeks.
Whole time we're there. So
How
tight.
much did they pay the
Maya says she'll come in the booth.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I got a straddle. Yeah.
Little guest commentary from Merlita. That could be fun.
That'd be good times.
With an F hole, not
We can do remote commentary now.
Yeah.
6 hole. He might have, he might have got some.
Occasionally, we'll bring in a guest in the booth for 15 minutes or so and kind of chat about some hands, chat about the players on the table.
All right, Woody.
Come on down to Pete's.
With his negative V pip, he's gonna bump it up. Makes it $10 to go.
All it took was queens and the cutoff.
Yeah, it's a min raise from the straddle. The straddle is $5, and he makes it 10. Woody, be aggressive. Be aggressive. 844. Tiny flops top pair. He might get in trouble now. He leads out for $15 into a $41 pot. Or
But out of the
$20.
straddle, he can represent the 4 better than anyone as well.
Kristen says, come home with money or don't come home. Kristen, that's harsh.
It's a tough thing to guarantee in poker, I can tell you that.
I promise. There's variance. Uh-oh. Woody's
fire
going to check it back. Does Tiny follow up with a bet? He
Raise it,
does.
Woody. Raise it.
No, he's not going to raise. He's just
Nah,
gonna...
Tiny.
Oh, he is going to raise.
Tiny checked the turn. He's not doing that with the 4.
He's going to min click it to 50.
He doesn't check the turn with the 4. Queens have got to feel good here.
He shows the 8 and folds.
Yep.
And Woody shows the queens.
Well, when your VPIP was 13% coming into
Yes.
the hand, you're going to get some respect. Now it's bumped up to 16%.
Let's check out Woody's VPIP. 16%.
Winning.
Oh, 17.
17. You
Up.
got an extra. You got an extra VPIP
Those
on
last
hand.
2 hands
74.
helped him up a little bit there.
What's his pre-flop raising?
I mean, typical game over a large sample size, you're looking for something in the low 20s.
Yep. Woody's
On
at
a
5.
stream, you're usually looking for closer to 30.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
A little more activity, entertainment, more straddles, more everything.
Yeah. People getting out of line more often. Now, just out of curiosity, what is Woody's cumulative? Oh, aces!
He's going
Let's
to get in
go!
there again.
You might be able to go home tonight, Woody. Oh, he's making it big. Michael 3-bets it to 30. That's going to help Woody out. He's going to min raise it again. Tiny laughs.
Yeah, Tesla raised, Michael 3-bets, and Woody comes straight in. This is so strong with his image. They're all shaking their head like, yeah, we're done.
Or that is aces. I would fold King's face up right now.
There's no way. You're calling
Tesla
it.
smiles. Michael smiles. He's like, never mind. Show your aces, brother. Show them. We all know
Don't
you
show,
have
don't
them.
show. No. You're going to find out soon enough. Don't need to show.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, we'll find out.
That's hilarious. All right. Let's see if Woody can go home tonight. He just picked up an extra $60. Oh, he's down $1.80.
Right there.
Come on, Woody, you can do it.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, if not, I got a guest room. You can crash in tonight.
Ah, yes. It's a great poker community here.
Mark Chilton in the chat says, "Way to go, Woody."
Then that is the problem with unfortunately having that low VPIP and
Yeah, you won't get any
when the
action.
table is so aware that they exclaim out loud immediately.
Yes.
Then yeah, it's not slipping by anyone. It's like, no, you're not getting paid here, sir.
Kristen says, "Positive reinforcement." The reg is going to raise it up with pocket tens.
Tiny says, "This is not the hand I lose the rest with."
I would have called 25.
Yeah, Tiny's had a rough run of it tonight. He has no interest in adding to his chip stack.
No.
I think that last 122 sitting in front of him is it.
Yep.
Got about 15 minutes left. Can Tiny double that up, or does he lose the rest?
I take the under. If those are my options, I think he's going to punt.
Going with lose
He's in
the rest.
punt
huh?
formation. Who's going to pick up the punt? That's the question.
What?
Kristen says he's got a credit card. I don't know if that means that he can go get a room
I said
tonight.
Motel 6.
Motel 6.
That's been fun. That's been fun.
They
Thank
leave
you,
the light
everyone.
on. TST limps in with King 10. Prezi has an ace.
He's gonna fold.
No, he says I'm not playing ace.
Yeah, he's been reasonably tight.
Yep.
Tiny on the button with the suited ace absolutely needs to stay in there. Could have actually bumped that up as it hasn't been raised yet.
Yep.
Ace
Make it
4
20 to
suited,
go
very
on the
nice hand to
button.
just go ahead and do that.
He's a little gun shy.
It's not a bad hand to call behind either, so it's I mean it works either way.
Oh, deuce tray would have made bottom 2 pair.
Yeah, Tiny gets the gutter, backdoor flush draw.
It was the game got really big, really quick.
Full house for Joe if he would have called pre-flop.
Deuce
Michael
tray.
decides to bet $10 into a $20 pot.
We've seen this a
the
bit from him.
smallest pot of the night.
If he senses weakness, he is definitely not afraid to fire with any 2 cards. And we've seen it several times.
Good job, Michael.
There was like $2,000 and $3,000 on the table at 50 cents a color.
That game over at
I mean, Tiny was way ahead with, and had all kinds of equity there.
5 game, and there'd be $30,000 on the table.
Man, I remember that couple nights I sat next to you and
Yeah, Michael's definitely attacking weakness.
man, that's my guy right there. He's the greatest voice and everything in Tiny Airplane. It's on you.
You know, Cheryl lives right down the road from me.
Yeah.
Straddle, last straddle.
Brandon comes to his house. You see?
I saw Cheryl and his wife.
Woody, you gonna straddle?
Woody, you're not gonna straddle?
$5
The last
straddle.
person?
Let me think about it now.
$5. They want Woody to straddle. He goes, oh, $5 straddle. Let me think about it. No.
I'm not that much of a jerk.
There's no punctuation in that sentence.
Wow. Yeah, that was a crazy game. That was the best home game ever. I saw a guy. I saw multiple people do.
Miss T's going to bump it up with a 7-jack suited.
Crazy.
Rez is going to call with an ace-7 suited. I trade with pocket 4s, looking to flop a set.
Coolers left and right.
Tesla and Michael in the blinds, each with a king.
Yeah, all suit kings. They really don't need to be in this pot.
James was with me that one night.
9, jack, queen.
They blessed me. That's what
Going with 10, so no open enders in play here. His T does have the jack. And it's the head for the moment.
Oh, 4-ball. That's a set for iTrade. Way ahead now. Miss T picks this time to bet her jack
Now
after
what?
it checks around.
Yeah, she's got every reason to think her jack
Oh,
might
for
be good
sure.
here.
For sure. That 4 doesn't help anybody.
So what does iTrade do?
TJ was playing.
It's a
Does he
wet
flat
board.
let her fire again?
I don't know. It's a pretty wet board.
Now I don't think she does fire again, but he doesn't know that.
Right.
Game was the best game anywhere in
She bets 40. There's 115 in the pot.
Oh, yeah.
Is he going to min click it to 80 or is he going to go a little bigger?
Breaking that game like crazy.
He's going to
I
go a
think he's
little
got
bit
a little
bigger.
bit bigger there.
I would say big as 3 or 4.
He might have 3x'd
Looks
it
like a
almost.
hundy.
90.
Just under that. 90 to go.
Yeah, so
And Miss T snap folds her second pair.
yeah. She is not fooled by the min click.
Wow. Good job, Miss T. I would have thought about it before, you know.
The host of the games. He has 3 tables and a kitchen in there.
Now he's barn dominium.
It's a big old barn dominium.
Is that the one that's way out and around?
It's over there.
Yeah, it was way. Yeah, you take that one driveway that was real long and go down the embankment, and then it was that big old barn.
I think our viewer count has actually climbed through the night here. So thank you everyone who's stuck with us the whole time. With James. Yeah. If you haven't liked the stream, please do.
Yeah, subscribe if you haven't yet.
Then you can chat.
If you're enjoying yourself, share it with your friends.
We used to be like,
Did
man,
you just finally quit doing it or something?
I don't know what happened to it.
I just quit going.
I quit going too.
Right with a king jack.
Yeah, it was the greatest game ever.
Offsuit, middle position.
Freaking out in the boonies. There's a lot of cool people here.
The big winner for the night.
It was a
He's almost $1,000 in his stack. Makes it 20 to go.
it was meatloaf night, man. Lock the door.
Nobody has anything they can call with. Till he gets to Mike with pocket 10s. He's going to 3-bet it to 75. Woody and Miss T are both going to fold. Maya loves Miss T. And the reg gets away from King Jack easily. Michael picks up all the dead money without seeing a flop.
Just to give you an update, Miss Dory is in 3rd place out of 5 over there.
Oh, that's awesome.
Uh-oh. Yeah. Just heard an update, and I meant to check that tonight, and I completely forgot.
What was it?
Dory
Oh, how'd she do?
is
I was thinking
currently
about
in
that the other
3rd
day.
out of 5. In bigger tournament, different room.
Yeah, she's
But,
there's 5
she
players
is
left.
very deep in it.
They're streaming that too.
I'm going to double check.
Battles
It's
out.
over at TT.
And this
Double
is
check
15
that.
minutes ago.
Yeah, so let
There
me
was 5
see,
players left 15
what's
minutes
posted
ago.
currently on that.
I knew she was doing well.
We're talking about Dory Coyle,
Coil.
very popular player here in DFW, loved by all.
Well, Jim posted 5 left 2 hours ago, so
Myself, fold.
Okay,
you know what? I've already liked and subscribed to her own stream. I'll go check that real quick.
pull it up.
And give everyone a report.
Tesla's going to pick up the blinds and the straddle.
You know Tiny's handle, right? Big dummy.
Big dummy.
Rude. Can't believe it. He said that out loud.
Thank you. All right, cool. I was just pretending to be on diet. I accidentally ordered a water. I really want a Coke.
No, it's don't touch my people.
All right, Tiny's got Ace Jack offsuit here.
Early position. He's going to bump it up to 15.
Yeah, this could be a hand that gets him involved.
Tesla's going to come along with ace 10.
James talking about
He's in good shape against ace 10. Woody's going to come along with king 9, uncharacteristically calling light.
Getting a little splashy here late in the stream.
Yeah, he
huh?
says there's 10 minutes left. Let's play some hands. We're going to go 3 ways to a flop. $53 in the skillet. Woody has 2 live cards. Oh, he hits his 9, but Tiny and Tesla both hit an ace, and Tesla has the ace 10. Tiny's in bad shape. Here's where he loses his last $101. Tesla. There's a flush draw, but nobody has a diamond, so he's going to call his $110. Woody's going to fold bottom pair.
Yep. Tiny's drawing thin, but he ain't dead.
He needs exactly a jack, and nobody had one, so he's live. He's got 3 outs,
Luckiest human being on the planet.
and 8 doesn't do it. But a jack. Oh my God! Too arrogant, too fair.
my
Let's
gosh.
go, Tiny. You're the best player ever.
Update on Dory Coyle.
Yes, Dory.
They are four-handed.
Four-handed.
And she
How's
is
she
still
doing?
in.
justice, but not for justice.
So she's locked up, I believe,
That's what you get for being
10,000.
a donkey.
16,000 is a good payday. That's more than I'm going to make today.
Head the whole time.
It's more than I'm making today for sure. I punted a stack before hopping in here to commentate, so not so much of a punt, more of a cooler.
That's why slow rolls like that too.
Good job, Tiny.
And looking at Dory's 3rd in chips out of the 4.
All right.
Yeah. Guys, we got about 6 minutes left until you do a final dot pot.
6 minutes.
Maya says I'm scared of Tesla right now.
No way you can win. Get lucky. They always
Vincent says karma.
lucky.
Rather be lucky than good.
Any day of the week.
Bob just announced we have about 6 minutes left. That means about 3 hands, and then they're going to do a double board bomb pot
Yeah,
to
yeah.
end the stream.
We thought we were going to bust out Tiny on his own home game here, but he managed to get a double up there. But you know what?
Sometimes that
Stream
6%
ain't over
hits.
yet.
It ain't over yet. It ain't over till it's over. Nebby, get in the bag, says my dad's playing. Go Woody. Let's go, Nebby.
So diamonds will be the burn. Did you put that out before you
Yes,
guys?
I did.
Straddle.
Uh-oh, Tiny has a real hand under the gun.
Here we go.
Reminded me, I was thinking
He
about
straddled.
Yep.
He has a
Ain't over
$5
yet.
straddle on.
See if that's what
Uh-oh.
it is.
Here's the cooler we talked about.
Yep, under the gun, raised to 5.
Tiny's gonna go
But
broke
Michael
in this
just
hand.
called as well. Or? No, he raised
Michael
it. Okay. The action just hasn't been there
makes
yet.
it 20.
And we haven't seen Ms. T's hand that she called with. Oh, there's one of the 9s.
Uh-oh. It's just getting worse and
Oh,
worse.
yeah, it is. There's only 1 9 left in the deck. Do we see it? Oh,
How about a
that's
7?
dangerous. That's dangerous.
How about a 7? Now he's got an overpair and a gut shot. Michael's going to bet $50. I love that bet into an $81 pot. Miss T's going to fold. The reg's going to fold. And Tiny is going to go all in.
He may just call here. This is a
He did double up. He's got
this is a
235.
pretty sneaky board.
I was thinking he still had $100. Oh, wow. What happened?
How did that happen?
That was not an option.
Plus, good for the game.
He saw something.
Didn't want to see another card 4 ways. Definitely.
He
Wow.
saw something. I don't know what, but he saw something.
That is a great read. You have an overpair and a gut shot, and you just fold correctly to Michael's $50 bet. I don't want to play
Actually,
slapjack with this guy.
I'm not sure how correct it is, even though he was behind.
I mean,
but wow.
I'm losing $50 there,
So I think it's 300.
We should have been over there.
at least.
I think if we definitely saw how frequently Michael stabbed at pots,
This is like
then you would have found the call.
She was yesterday. They played down to the final table
Yeah.
last night. And
Yeah, he definitely had some sort of a read there.
yeah, so this it wasn't just a one-day deal.
Yeah, some kind of live read. It wasn't like it was
For days on this one.
some super tight player doing that.
It's hard enough to get to day 2. much less day 3.
Doug says Tiny had the soul read.
I was over yesterday and they were playing day 2 yesterday.
How many are in it?
Limpson with ace-4 in the big blind.
Well, yeah, if it's going multiple days.
It was a lot. Yeah, they had like 5 or 6 at least day 1 plays. Yeah, it was a big turn.
I trade flops bottom pair with 7 deuce. Nobody has a spade draw.
I didn't really know how, I was trying to find somewhere how much.
Now we got a wheel versus a deuce versus
Tesla
a gutter.
has a gut shot
That's-
needing an 8.
Yeah, so I didn't even know who all the
Checks around.
No, it's really not a lot.
We don't see the river yet. It is a tray. It is a wheel.
Ace-4 gets there. He's not going to get paid, but he gets there.
Makes a pot-sized bet. Takes it down.
FYI, even though the stream is going to stop in a few minutes, we don't have to stop playing. Just so you know.
Tiny says they are going to play post-stream.
Well, he's letting them know they don't have to stop, so we'll see. See what the reality is.
I might have to call it.
I mean,
Pull up the cumulative winnings after this next hand here.
It is an option.
It may just be this hand in a bomb pot. I got to imagine we're right about at the end here.
Maya's rooting on her big brother. Come on, Prezi. The game is almost over.
I've seen some weird things happen in the last couple of hands.
Oh, definitely.
You have to bet $5.
I look at the card.
I know, but you have to put $5 down.
Shush. We're talking to you. That's a call.
15.
Michael going to bump it up with 10-7 suited.
What's it called? A tootie?
Ms. T going to set mine with her 6s.
Two-two.
And uh-oh. Tiny's got kings.
Let's go, Tiny. Here's a real bet.
I got a photo somewhere. They banned it online, but I still got it somewhere.
Oh, the old internet.
Perfect size, out of position. Versus a razor and a collar.
Oh, I don't guess I'll battle you with that hand time.
Nobody like you.
And yeah, Ms. T should fold there. He's not deep enough for her to set mine.
Yep.
Not getting the odds with his stack. Now, if he had the same size stack in front of him as Ms. T had, then it'd be worth it.
Win it all and the button.
We're Tiny getting a little bit back here towards the end, but it's been an expensive night for him.
It's all going to his friends, so that'll ease him
Is
a
it,
little
or is
bit.
it going to Joe and Miss T?
Prezi, Ms. T, I
Look at
trade.
that. The Reg, Prezi, and Miss T up top. And Tiny throwing the party at $1,000 even on the loss.
Let's go. 2 full buy-ins.
How about that?
A few days a week, I'll have a 6-12 mix game here too. That's a lot. 6-12 mix, a lot of fun.
You be playing the 7 deuce or deuce.
He's just getting all the pocket pairs here at the end.
My favorite.
Tiny's at 9s, kings, deuces now.
Let's go. The reg makes it 20 to go with King Jack. Tiny is set mining. Tesla has pocket 4s.
But deuces never loses.
Deuces never loses. It's a rhyme,
So it
so
must
you know
be
it's
true.
true.
That's right.
They might lose this hand.
Well, it depends. You bet aggressively, you can fold all this out.
He can definitely represent an ace right now and get those kings to fold. 4s is definitely folding with an ace and a king out there.
Force folds for sure. Then the question is, what do Michael and the Reg do with second pair?
Michael's got 2 pair. King 7. I didn't even see that.
Oh, I didn't see that either. Shoot, yeah.
Oh, he's trapping.
The force did come along. Wow. Well, this will change it. And this
That
is
was a trap.
This is going to save the Reg a lot of money.
Mm-hmm. Good job,
He
Michael.
can very safely
Good
get away from
trap.
his king. And not even a thought. Yep. And they're just posturing here because
Yeah.
there's no way deuces or
No,
fours
no,
are
deuces
calling.
aren't calling. 4s aren't calling. I absolutely missed that. Tiny's going, dang it. Why didn't you bet? So I could have folded and saved my
They need to show
$35.
book, Tiny. They're all going to see it in 15 minutes.
Twinkle toes. Ooh, he almost trapped you. He almost trapped you. King 7. King 7. King 7. King 7 best hand, man. King 7.
Very nice.
Bomb pot. Thanks very much.
I heard bomb pot, so I think this is it.
This is the last hand. It's a double board bomb pot for the last hand.
Out of pair, I just want to see one more card.
I'll take those.
Now, sometimes they jack it up for the last hand and make it like a $10 ante with a $300 cap, but it looks like we're staying at the $5 with $200.
Yeah, I think we're going to stay standard here. They didn't play any of the extra games or anything tonight. I would have loved to have seen the Nick game with this group. That might have gotten some of his V-pips up and created some interesting action.
Yeah, unless you flop quad. And even still, you can still lose.
I think we should definitely try to talk them into that for a future stream.
Oh, they had a good time regardless.
Yeah, it might get noisier behind us in just a little bit as they're all walking out of there. And
Jason, where's the ringer at?
Well, there's one here and there's one over there. The commentators are on that side. They're over near the bar.
Shit, what's their pain?
Did he have a guest with him tonight?
It's Eric and Chris.
Oh, just him.
Yeah.
All right, let's get everybody scanned in. Seat 2.
Tiny explaining who's in the booth when he's on the table punting.
Michael's got 2 aces.
The better hand when it's not a bomb
Yeah,
pot. Right?
highly irrelevant.
And a bomb pot, it just so rarely holds up.
Jack, Trey on the bottom. Deuce, 5, 6
I'd
on
like
the
to see
top.
a 3-4 spades in someone's hand. That'd
That
be
would
fun.
be fun. Woody does have a tray.
Player bet 20.
Doesn't have spades to go with
The
it. Michael
reg
has the nut
flopped a boat
spades.
with jack tray on bottom, and he's got 2 pair on top with 6 deuce.
Yeah, but and Michael with his aces does have the ace of spades suited, so
120.
very live on the one board.
Yeah, Michael's got the nut flush
And in
on
theory,
top.
could catch an ace on the bottom still, but
Michael leads out for 20. Woody calls. The reg bumps it to 120. I would expect them to just get that 200 cap on the flop.
Fun group.
Can't wait till the next time.
Miss G, it's a pleasure to see you again, as always.
You're very sweet, Bob.
yeah, Woody's kind of got a hand here that doesn't really draw out any further any better.
He could hit a yeah. It really. I'm trying to think of what he can do.
I mean,
but
yeah, he
it's
could
not-
catch a 9, or he could catch the king to boat up
Yeah.
better and things like that. It doesn't have much on the top board at all that he
Right,
can hit.
right.
The 3 by itself does nothing.
Michael
he doesn't
needs
have
a
a straight
spade
draw
on
there.
top and an ace on bottom. Oh, he wasted one of his spades. We're gonna cap out at 200 right now.
Yep, I'm good with that.
Cabinet, that's
I got a boat on the bottom. I'm trying.
Boat
Yeah.
on bottom, 2 pair on top. Michael needs a spade. It's black. No, it's not. Deuce. Better 2 pair on. No, boat on top, boat on bottom.
I'm pretty sure that's gonna win.
Sweeper. And
That is gonna do
Joe
it.
proves again why he's the best ever. The reg.
If you've been paying attention closely, he's gotten better and better each week.
He's killing it.
He is definitely stepped up, played a very solid game tonight. I really only remember commenting on one hand where I thought he'd missed a bet, but otherwise, just really solid tonight.
No, he's playing really
Very,
well.
very solid tonight.
All right, let's close. What do we want to talk about in closing?
I
Pop
want to
that
talk
up.
about got some of this delicious pizza sitting
Oh,
behind me,
my
and I am
goodness.
starving. So I want to talk very briefly.
So good.
Great game tonight.
Super
Thanks
fun.
to all of Tiny's friends that came out for the first time. Got a membership, hopped
Thanks.
on the stream.
Thanks to Maya and Kristen and everybody else.
Yeah,
in the
everyone
chat
that's in the
for
chat.
entertaining us for the night. Good times.
A lot
good
of fun,
times.
and I mean they're gonna watch this back and enjoy it. And
Oh, it's super fun.
you'll be surprised by a few hands, and I'm sure there'll be some interesting messages going back and
Yeah.
forth
Yeah,
between
and
them over the next
especially
day.
since they're all friends and they're all home game guys. They're gonna have a good time, and we'll see them again next month, hopefully.
I hope so.
That's it.
I hope so. Yeah.
Tomorrow is Sean's 1-3 DC game. DC is a dealer's choice game. That's super fun. Thursday is Halloween, so we're moving our Thursday 1-3 game to Wednesday. So that's Tuesday
right.
and Wednesday. We're gonna have back.
That's always a fun
1-3
game.
dealer's choice games.
It's
Thursday
been
we're
good
not
and
gonna
bad
stream.
for me playing in it, but it's always a fun game to watch.
It's so fun to watch. It's really wild and crazy.
I've won big and lost big in that one, but always fun to watch, always entertaining.
So Thursday we're not streaming. We don't have any hosted games. We will be open if you want to come play. And Friday we're back to having our PLO in the afternoon, and then a 2-5 in the evening, I think maybe. Check our stream if you want to play. Jump up Poker Atlas or call down here and get on. But that's it. This is Chris Larkin. I'm Eric Anderson. You're watching Peaks Dallas Social Club live stream, and thanks for being here all
Yeah,
night.
absolutely. Thank you. Good
All right,
night,
we'll
everyone.
see you next time. Give this a minute.
The only thing I
I usually swap the video.